It's good, y'all. Welcome back to Niner Wire. I'm your host, Sam, and today we are doing another mock draft. This one's going to be a bit different. I'm going to do this mock draft with some friends. So for my friends today, we got Max right here.
What's going on?
Julian.
What's up?
We got Jake, or Heart Attacks, as you put on the screen. And we got Nate Wilson here, or Nate, I guess you can just call
What's
him.
up?
Oh, really, Nate?
Dude, shut up.
I knew you were going to do that. All right, anyways, how are we doing, boys?
Good.
We all
Pretty
good?
good.
All right, we ready to just get right into this?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Before I get into it, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Stone Cold Kittle. These guys don't have Twitters. They're a bit they're just some weebs right there.
I have a
casual
Twitter. You're
people.
lying.
And then and then also if you have any questions, comments, make sure to leave them in the live chat. We'll be answering them and I'll be looking at comments after the video if you're not watching it live. All right, anyways, let's just get right into it. So pick one. Can we all agree that Joe Burrow is going to go first overall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So let's just quickly move. Damn it, my mock draft got taken away. Pick number 2, Chase Young. Do you guys also have that?
I have Chase Young.
No, I got
Chase Young.
I got a trade.
You got a trade? Oh, what is it?
Yeah, I have Miami trading 5, 18, their second and a fifth for the second pick, and they're taking Tua.
They're taking Tua. All right.
Oh yeah.
Do you think like someone's trading? Do you think the Chargers would trade up to 3 if they didn't have that didn't happen?
I got
Not really. I think they want Herbert.
Yeah, I feel like if Washington traded back, they wouldn't be able to get Chase Young, but we'll see who they take later on. But I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big Herbert fan at all. I have.
I saw your big board had him really low.
I have Tua being picked by the Chargers, trading up and swapping 3rd for 6th, and then some other 3 picks that I didn't really care
And that's
about.
for Tua.
Yeah, and they picked Tua.
Yeah. All right, perfect. All right, let's just move into that.
3.
So pick 3. So you have Tua trading. What does Max, Julian, and Nate have?
I have them taking Okudah. I think they definitely could trade down.
Yeah, I have Okudah
but
too.
he's
I feel like the only way they do trade down is if Chargers think that Tua is their guy, as Jake just said right there, which I'm not 100% sure is the case.
I got
I don't know.
Dolphins trading up to the 3 spot to get Tua.
Dolphins, okay. The only reason I don't see that happening is because I feel like the Giants are going to want to keep pick 4, but I can totally see that happening. I've seen that on a few mock drafts before.
No,
But,
trading up with the Lions trade back from
Yeah,
the 3 spot.
but what I'm saying about that is that the Giant, like the only team ahead of them is the Giants, who, in my opinion, are not going to want to trade back. So that's why, because they can get to it at 5 and not give up anything. Meanwhile, they just trade up with the Lions.
Giants are taking the quarterback.
Wait, who had Okudah at 3?
I did.
I did.
I feel like they need a cornerback so badly.
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
they lost Darius Slay.
I don't have Okudah as my number 1 corner. I
really?
just think he's not a good contested catch corner, and I don't think he's going to be able to guard number 1 receivers at the NFL level, honestly.
But he does so much
He's small?
man-to-man in college. The Lions do so much man-to-man. They lost Darius Slay. Just makes
I
6'1",
see him
200.
I see him as a slot corner in the future, personally. And
I mean,
he's
he's just so fluid with his movement. I think he can lock
I feel
down.
like, that's why I feel like he's a top
frank.
10 talent, or like he can
Yeah,
go
but-
at that spot.
I mean, I have him in the top 10.
55.6 passer rating when thrown to. That's like crazy.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
You know, Trey
Wait,
White only allowed a
wait.
50 passer rating, the lowest by
Okay,
far in
Nate.
the NFL over the
Okay,
last
shut up.
3 years.
Don't be careful.
That's why you're not drafting a corner, Nate.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I have the Lions taking Chase Young because
Yeah.
that's who's left.
At pick 3.
that
Oh, yeah,
makes
because you had
sense.
the trade right there. Yeah, I think if
Right.
for some reason I've seen Tua going to Washington on some boards. If that doesn't happen, then
That's
if that does happen, then the Lions
I
are for sure
don't
gonna
think
pick
that'll
Chase
happen.
Young.
I think
I mean, it's only because if Rivera is really pushing for Tua.
I think if
Yeah.
I could see them taking a quarterback next year, but I still think they'll keep.
Yeah, that's what I think. 'Cause
Right.
I think
I mean, they have
think
Kyle
that
Allen
maybe-
now also, so they could see what happens with that.
Yeah.
I mean, they could take a guy like
I
Justin.
feel like they
Fields
kind of
next year.
gave up on him because they committed to him, and then as soon as he began to struggle, it was like, oh, we're going to start Will Greer, and
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
a shit show.
But that was also didn't that happen
in Carolina
once Rivera was fired?
Yeah, but Rivera was still coaching in Carolina.
Yeah,
He was
So-
still
It was?
coaching. Okay.
Oh,
I forget what week was
Okay.
he fired in. I forget.
it was late.
it was like week 16 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to pick 4. This is where it can get a bit interesting because there's a lot of
Yeah.
options here. I want to hear what you guys have first before I get into mine.
I have them taking my favorite player in the draft in Isaiah Simmons.
Okay,
They have
that's what I have, too.
safety and linebacker, and the dude can play both efficiently.
Yeah, I think
I
this
think
is
he's
a
super great
can't
in the
miss
run.
talent. So that's why I have them taken here, even though they probably need a tackle more. Like they can get it in the later rounds. So that's why I kind of feel like they're not going to pass up on the can't miss talent. So yeah, what do you guys have the other three?
I got taking Mekhi Becton because I mean Dave Gettleman, you know that guy?
Yeah.
Yes, the crazy potential he has. He ran a 5'1" 40.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're talking about the most athletic, it's
370
Wirfs by far.
Yeah, it's Wirfs. I said that's why I think it's either Wirfs or Simmons.
I like Becton the best.
I mean, Iowa is a big man factory. I mean, you've seen all the tight ends and O linemen they're spitting
tight
out.
end you.
Becton is 6'7", 370. That guy's a tank. Holy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's 6'7", 370. I mean, there's
I have
some good
Andrew
offensive
Thomas as
tackles
my number one O tackle.
I got him like number 2.
Yeah, well, I think he was number 1 until like at the beginning of the college football season. He was definitely. I saw him going 4 on almost every mock draft.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's the most experienced in games. He just doesn't have the measurables that the other guys have.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
I have the Chargers trading up 6 in their 37th pick, up to 4.
And who they take there, Herbert?
They're taking Herbert.
Okay, and you had Washington's at 5 now, right? For you?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the Cleveland Browns trading up with the Giants to grab number 4 and pick Isaiah Simmons, and they'll give up obviously the number 10 pick and a second this year and a second next year.
I just think the Browns need a tackle.
Yeah, that's what I think they need.
I figure they get Conklin, who can play right, and then they're looking for a left tackle, but it's not that big a need anymore, so they can maybe pick one up later or make a trade.
I completely forgot about that.
I just think that they need.
I was just
that
like looking at every mock draft. Everyone had them taking a tackle there.
Because didn't they lose? They lost Kirksey and they lost Schobert, right?
Yeah, they lost Schobert too.
Yeah.
You're right. That's actually a smart move. Now I think about it, I just want to also bring back Julian's point. He had Becton at number 4. I think I would not be surprised if Gettleman took him, knowing him, because he's known to reach.
Yeah.
So,
get the player you want.
He just loves the potential. Like Daniel Jones,
Cleveland.
thought that was the case, and then he turned out well.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to pick 5. Pick 5, I have Tua going here to the Dolphins.
Yeah, Tua.
Someone else has that.
I got Okuda because the Lions
traded back. Lions.
I have Okuda to Washington.
I have Jordan Love going to the Dolphins here.
Jordan Love. Wow.
I think
over Herbert.
I think that Love is their guy, and they're gonna go with that. I don't think Herbert is gonna work in the. Who's their head coach?
Anthony Lynn.
Lynn?
Yeah.
The Chargers?
No, Brian Flores.
Dolphins.
Yeah. Brian Flores.
Brian Flores. I think that Love is their pick here, and they might wait to see if he falls to 18.
Yeah, that's what I would. That's what I would think. I think they would wait.
I think it's going to be like a Daniel Jones scenario last year, where in the week leading up to the draft, we're going to hear all these things how they love him, and then they're just going to say he's our guy. Let's go with him.
Yeah, you can't really wait and cross your fingers and hope that.
Exactly. But like
you look, he's their franchise guy. He's their franchise.
Yeah, you got to get him.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only way that a quarterback wouldn't go. Would go between picks in between those 2 picks that Miami has is that if New England trades up, which I'm not 100% sure if that's going to happen. I don't know how much draft capital they have, and then New Orleans is for sure not trading up because they only have 5 picks. So
they have a ton
I feel like those
capital.
are the other teams that need a quarterback. So
they have a ton of picks. They have like 11 picks this year.
Who?
The Patriots.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then I would. So then you got. I think Jake's right that you got to take him at 5 then. But also Miami has a ton of picks, but you can't risk that because we'll see what happens with that. But all right, pick number 6. I have Herbert going here to the Chargers.
I also have Herbert going to the Chargers.
I had a trade earlier where I had the Chargers trading up to 3 to get Tua. So I have the Lions here taking Derek Brown.
Yeah, I had the trade with the Giants, so I have the Giants getting Simmons at 6.
I mean,
Derek Brown. Brown is the second best defensive
really
player
good
on my board. He's really good.
Definitely one of the
second
players
best
in the draft. but
Over
I mean, who is
Okuda,
ahead of him? Like
Simmons?
true talent.
Chase Young,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Okuda.
Oh, yeah,
Chase
he's young
Young
at
is the one I
one.
have ahead of him.
Jason's
And
definitely ahead of
Okuda-
him.
Okuda's
Okuda
better
can
than
be like.
Brown.
I've seen mock drafts that have
But
Okuda
Brown can't pass rush. He's a run stopper. He's not a pass rusher.
Yeah, but he's
That's
a
why I think it deflates his value a little bit.
though.
I honestly I think the only reason he's not taken like what in the top 3 is just because the teams don't have that need.
I mean,
Yeah, no, that's fair.
You have
Yeah,
what cornerbacks do you have off the board, Jake? None.
I do not have any cornerbacks.
Oh, really? Okay. I feel like Detroit's going to go cornerback no matter what. So that's why I have them taking Okuda at 3. But
That people always think that when they lose, like when a franchise loses like an elite player, they're gonna automatically use that first round pick to fill that need. When the team has different ideas of who the best player on the board is. So
true. Yeah. I mean, I just feel like they're going to take a cornerback because it's their secondary was bad and they just lost their best secondary player and their secondary got worse. That's why I feel like they're going to take a cornerback. Nate, who do you have? I didn't hear from you yet.
At 6, it's Simmons to the Giants after they traded
you made
back
that right.
right.
I get
with
Simmons.
the
That's a
Chargers.
deal right there, I feel like.
Yeah, that'd be
Simmons.
really good for
Yeah,
them.
that would be a good. I feel like Simmons could either go to the Giants at 4, or what you have at 6, and then
Yeah.
pick number 7. I think that's another spot for
In
him
that
to go.
case, I also wouldn't be surprised if the Giants go O-line. And
Yeah,
then
I'm
I
not-
think
I
at
wouldn't-
7, I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers would take Simmons in that case. Because
Yeah, that's the other
Yeah,
place.
I got
I
the
have.
Panthers going.
Does
with
anyone else
Simmons.
have Simmons at 7?
I got Simmons. at
Simmons is
7.
already gone on my board, so
Yeah, I had
He's
no
gone on my
more.
board because I think
They have to replace Luke Kuechly, and so
Yeah,
think
I feel like
just makes sense.
if the Giants go tackle at 4, then he probably falls to the Panthers because I feel like
Yeah.
I have
Chargers
the
and-
Panthers at 7. I have them replacing Bradbury and taking Okuda.
yeah,
Um,
that's if Okuda somehow falls there, they're gonna take him no matter what.
Yeah, Kuda's got to go
So-
top 10. I mean,
I have them taking Derek Brown. I think
That's
it's a
definitely a
steal.
need.
Yeah. Oh, I have Derek Brown
Getting
too, I
getting
believe.
getting him at 7 is, like you said, Jake, second in true talent. I have him at second in true talent. I think he's
Wait.
just plug in the middle.
Yeah.
yeah, he's
Yeah, I think
he's a great bull rusher, and he's
Yeah, definitely.
strong, and he has great length.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah,
they also have Brian Burns, who they picked up. So I think that'll be a nice
yeah,
combination.
Burns is a beast.
Well, Burns
Yeah,
is
I
just
thought-
super lean and fast. Like it was the rookies last year. Did you see the list? It was like plays where they ran more than 16 miles an hour, and it was like Burns, and then who's the linebacker from the Jaguars?
Josh
Schobert?
Allen.
Josh
Or-
Allen,
yeah.
and then Bosa and Crosby.
Yeah,
So it's
that
like
makes-
the guys who
those are
did the
top.
best.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I didn't hear you say Rashawn Gary.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I
garbage.
He was not. I saw some tweet the other day. It's like Rashawn Gary has to go number 2 to the Niners. It was from last year,
Ooh,
but
That's
that was I had the
That was-
Raiders taking Rashawn Gary at 4 last year. In my
He's
mock draft.
so bad.
I know.
terrible.
But you
He's
guys
been-
didn't even
he's
need
out-
him. You got
he's played 1 year. Come on.
yeah. He's played
But
1 year,
I
but
just-
like
I mean, but you can
Still-
see how players 1 year are just getting completely like turned over. Like the Seahawks and Collier, or it was like,
Well, he-
oh my
he
God.
LJ Collier was a screw up. He couldn't stay on the field. They had to cut
know.
him.
Yeah, but it's been no.
It's
Wait,
been-
who was their guy from last year?
That,
they took-
wasn't that the guy they had to cut, or was someone else?
No, they took a first round DN last year, and now
They-
all the mock drafts have them taking.
taking a DN. Yeah, it
yeah.
was well. They also lost. They're also probably going to lose Clowney
Wait,
and Ziggy.
Yeah,
Ansah.
they
me-
also they had
I'm
the
gonna
look at
second
that.
least sacks behind the freaking Miami Dolphins. So.
No, but like to replace the guy that they just picked is who they're.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
I've heard that they're taking a DN because they think Clowney's gone.
I think
Oh,
they're going
I
to
mean,
re-sign Clowney.
They don't
Really?
have enough money, do they?
They
I
have a
don't know
ton.
how much.
Yeah,
cap
they do.
space
They
they
do.
have.
They do.
They haven't done. They
They have
haven't
a
done
ton of
much.
money. Yeah, but from what I've heard is that Clowney's not interested in what the Seahawks are offering him.
He was asking for over 20 million.
I don't think he's
I know.
interested in what
He
anyone's
turned down
offering him.
17.5 million from the Dolphins.
Really?
Yeah,
On
And
1
apparently
year or
right now, but
on a bunch
Yeah.
of years.
Right
LJ
now, I've
Collier. is who
heard
they
that
took last
Cleveland
year.
and Tennessee are really in on him.
Oh.
I say Buffalo 1 year. I wouldn't be that surprised. We still have like
I
25
feel like
million.
he's looking for is he looking for a long-term deal, or I haven't?
Well,
heard
I think he
anything.
wants it, but he's not getting as much as he wants, so he might
He's
try
like-
and
Yeah,
sign
yeah,
a 1
no,
year
I
and
thought
then
he
get
was
that
like-
huge
Didn't
deal.
Didn't he
next
say
year.
that he
Wants
was
a
now
long-term
looking for
deal.
17 to 18?
He what?
Lowered it.
He
He
what?
lowered his
He
asking
wanted over
price.
20 and then lowered it to like 17. Yeah.
Yeah, because no one was offering him in,
Nobody,
in
yeah,
year
that's
20.
nobody's gonna offer.
Because
Conley.
he's not worth that for being like Buckner got paid 21 mil.
He got paid
He's not going
20.
to be paid
Right.
20 mil.
Yeah.
Except Buckner's also a defensive tackle, which I don't know, whatever.
I don't know.
Did everyone say what they had for 7?
Yeah, I think we should move on to number 8. At number 8, I have
No, wait. Yeah.
hold on. I have
No,
Worf's
go
going
ahead.
at number 8.
I
I
have
got
Jedrick
Thomas.
Wills because I think he's the best pass protector in the draft.
Yeah, he's
And if
definitely
they're
over
running-
there.
If they're running an air raid offense, I think they have to protect Kyler Murray. So I think
Yeah.
they go Jedrick
I
Wills.
see. Yeah, Arizona. After trading for Hopkins, Arizona's got to be a.
Yeah, I got them taking Andrew Thomas. He's good. He's like great length and stuff like
He's
that.
he's also
Strong.
pretty polished more than the other guys. He's not.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that high ceiling, but he has a really high floor.
Right.
Yeah, the only reason I have him taking Worf's is because he's the best tackle in the draft and he's just so versatile. So that's why I have him. It's considering he's still on the board, he's got to go there. Nate, you have a tackle too there?
No, I have Derek Brown.
Derek? Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like.
I mean, if he's
can you
still
explain that a bit more?
available, it
Because I
might
feel
be
like they're
a-
gonna. I feel like no matter what they're gonna go tackle, in my opinion. But I want to hear what you have to say about that.
I mean, I think he's the best there, and their defense is fine. I don't think they have much on their D line, and
I mean, if
especially
he
like
falls that far go
in that
ahead.
division they're in with the Niners, they want to run the
True.
ball. Seahawks, they want to run the ball.
Yeah.
Rams, I guess not.
Rams
really
don't
at
have
this
a
point.
running back.
I think Darrell Henderson will be good, but I think
mean-
he's the best player there, and I think they're going to be good anyways, so they can go best player.
I
Yeah,
have.
They
alright.
don't
What's
have
his
fair enough.
pick? I have the Colts getting their franchise, who they think their franchise guy is, trading up with Arizona to grab Justin Herbert, and giving up a lot of their future picks.
That's a lot. Yeah, because they don't have
A
a
lot.
first.
They don't have a first this year. I have it.
Yeah.
I roughly like a second this year and a first and like a third next year.
Yeah.
I feel like they might want to give up a bit.
I just feel
a
like-
second.
If just a second this year, I mean,
Yeah.
they don't. Maybe a later. I
I feel like
didn't
they're
really
gonna have to give
write
up more
out
because
all the-
Arizona's gonna want guys to help them win. Because I feel like they're in a win now situation, but they don't have the guys to do it yet.
I mean, they are in a win now situation, but is any of the tackles that are like super, super high up, they're not like all, unless it's like Quentin Nelson, they're not all pro first year, you know,
Yeah.
like maybe you,
But I mean, you
swing a
never
trade
know.
for
Like,
Yeah,
Trent
Yeah.
Williams or something. I don't know.
yeah. We'll see what happens if they got like Trent Williams, then I think they would definitely go best player.
And I
available.
have them trading back up later in the draft. So
And they also
maybe
have
they
Kyler,
that in
too. He's-
mind.
They don't have like a guy like Tom Brady who just sits in the pocket, has no mobility.
Yeah, true.
Adding on to the Derek Brown pick, I forgot the Cardinals did sign Jordan Phillips, who was on the Bills last year. He's not a good run defender. He's a good
Oh, so
pass
they just
rusher,
want-
and Derek Brown's a good
Yeah,
run
that's
defender.
good to know right there. If he's
Little
there, I
1-2
think they
over there,
could take
okay.
him.
He just tries to like shoot the gap, and then he just gets out of position, and
Yeah.
he's on.
Well, I mean, I have Brown going 7, so obviously he can't be picked there. But I feel
Yeah,
like
Brown
he would be the
going
other
9.
guy that they would want to take if they didn't take a tackle there. So
Yeah, I don't really know anyone else on the Arizona defense. What they did they re-sign Boston and
no,
do
Boston
they still Chandler Jones?
Boston,
Yeah,
they-
Chandler
they have
Jones.
Chandler Jones.
Peterson?
Peterson,
Uh,
Buda Baker,
Buda
Chandler
Baker, Byron
Cassius
Jones,
Marsh.
or no, not Byron Jones.
Byron Jones went to the
Byron
Dolphins.
Murphy.
Where's
Byron
Chandler Jones. Is he an outside linebacker? Or is he?
He's
DN?
like past.
Yeah,
he's kind of
he's
like,
like an edge
Josh
guy.
Yeah,
Allen.
he's like an edge kind of.
Yeah, he's like the linebacker for the Jaguars. Josh Allen. Kind of can play linebacker.
Speaking of the
can be
Jags.
pass rusher.
Yeah, speaking of the
That-
Jags,
the
let's move on to
Jags
pick
pick-
number 9.
Yeah.
What do you guys
was-
have there?
It's
I got
kind of
him
weird.
Going Derek Brown.
Derek
Evan-
Brown 9. Okay.
Yeah, because they lost
I also have him
That's
taking.
best case scenario.
Well,
for
I have
them.
him-
Campbell.
Definitely best case scenario.
I'm taking Javon Kinlaw.
Yeah, I have Kinlaw too. That's
Dude,
what
that
I
guy's a
have.
beast.
I know.
Yeah, he's
All
I
the
think
better.
I think he would fit well with a lot of teams. But yeah, he's definitely been moving up the draft board because I feel like
Come to me, Mom.
a few weeks before I didn't see his name too much in like the top 10, but now he's just like top 10. Like it's going to be a steal if they don't get him in the top 10.
He's going to be an impact starter in the pros. Like
Yeah.
no matter where you go, like
For sure.
he's just good. He's just a
Yeah,
good player.
Yeah, Jake and
I
Nate, what do
have-
you guys have?
I have Becton to the Jags.
Really? I feel. Who do they have on their
Well,
own
what
line
they
right
have,
now?
Jawan Taylor is one of their tackles, and
I know they
have
need
Andrew
a- I
Norwell.
know
Their
they
left
need-
side's pretty good.
Norwell's a guard.
Yeah, but no,
Norwell's
I'm saying they have. I know they have.
Well,
I'm trying to figure
They're
out.
also
who else
in
is on their
the
offensive
they're also
line.
in the kind of tank position. So
True.
going O line now, and I mean, it's like it's
have
building
to
for the
protect
future.
Gardner
That's like
Minshew.
that's kind of like the ultimate like
Yeah, I
going
guess.
for the future pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually have them taking probably the most explosive player left, Henry Ruggs from Alabama. Just because they want to provide
They're gonna want to
Gardner
upgrade
with
receiver, I
those
know, but
receivers,
I feel like they're not.
and it's such a good class that I mean, take the best guy. I don't know.
I
They
don't
have
think
a
he's the
DJ.
best guy.
Wait, who do they have?
He's the best guy on my board.
Jerry
They have
Jeudy,
Chark
I
and
mean,
Westbrook, which I think
They
are a
have
solid
DD,
1-2
Chark.
punch. But I
I
don't
mean,
know.
Judy, I was watching. Oh God, who's the white guy who used to be a wide receiver? Does all the CBS?
That's
I don't
way
know.
too big.
Some guy. He was like doing his top 5 receivers, and Judy wasn't even on there, and I kind of agree with that, just because it's at Alabama. Think about it. He was probably like the third receiver. He was like second or third receiver because Devontae Smith was their number 1, easy, and then it's like him, Ruggs, and the freshman.
I don't take away that he was the third. Like they had so many receivers on their team. I'm not going to take
Yeah,
it
that's
away
the
that
thing,
they had
like-
good talent around him. You watch him run his routes, you get like 10 yards of separation.
Yeah, he gets
'Cause
open.
he's such
Yeah,
a great
that's-
route
that's
runner.
the-
I
After
think
the
Judy's
catch,
the best
he has
receiver.
underrated
Like
speed.
he's probably the
I
best.
think
He's
that
probably
he's
like
just all around.
just all around talent. He's probably the best one there. But
I mean, Ruggs big. He's somewhat big. He's got that contested catch, and he's 4.39 speed or 4.37, 4.39.
It was
I
like-
know, but the 40 does
No,
not
he's
matter.
Judy
The
Judy
top
can
five 40
consistently run
But he
every
plays
single
fast.
route
Out
on
of
the
the-
country.
He was
the
4
best
for 2
back.
40 is John Ross, and he's horrible. And so
Okay,
You
that's
can't
one
just say
player.
that. You can't just say, "Oh,
Look
he's
at
got
the
the
top
best
5
one
forward.
ever."
They're irrelevant in the league.
He ran
Look at the top
4.27.
you're right. Yeah, it was pretty good. I
five. He
know.
has to run around.
Pretty good. That's
I mean,
very
you can't
good.
just
Yeah, I know.
outrun people in the NFL like he's been doing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
in
saying.
college.
He has that contested catch ability.
Yeah.
He's got good hands. Like,
true.
Yeah, he has
I'm
good
not
hands.
saying that
He's
he's bad,
strong,
I'm just
and
saying
he's
that the
a
40 is
good
not
route runner.
better.
He's not great. That's
He's not-
probably
yeah.
what he can get better at.
His streaks, he's just go fast all
but
the way. He's gonna
that's
have to slow
something.
down
That's
at some
something that
point.
you can teach. You can't teach that kind of speed. You know what I'm talking about?
Jerry
Like,
Jeudy
Yeah,
has
no, I get that.
speed.
All right,
Yeah,
well, I
but
say
he
he's going to
doesn't
be
have,
like
like- Judy's rack catchability is just absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Like
he
the
jukes
dude,
people
if he's
so
in space,
well.
you're not catching him. Like,
Right. Yeah.
I still think the best catch in space receiver is CD in this draft.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I think that's why I really want him at 13 for us. But we'll get into
we'll
that
see when we get
later.
there.
All
All
right.
right.
all right.
Also, and again on Jake's wide receiver point, I feel like the Jaguars are going to go later because I feel like they have more needs on defense. Like I feel like pick 9 is going to be a defensive pick because they lost their cornerback depth is not good anymore. Their
Boye,
DT depth is not
Ramsey,
good anymore. They lost Boye, so
Yeah, they lost Boye. They lost Ramsey.
Campbell.
They have Ngakoue, but they franchise tagged him. So I don't know
Ngakoue's
how
not
much
staying
longer.
there.
There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
way.
He was so
Ngakoue for
pissed
sure.
off when he got tagged.
yeah, no, he's
Oh my
gone.
God. Yeah,
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if he goes to Seattle.
I want to bring up a
Yeah.
comment from Quasiman97 who said speed makes corner scared. Deep threats are important. I feel like is that why you kind of have Ruggs going at 9, Jake?
I just honestly think he's the best player available at that point. And when you're the Jaguars with, as you guys all said, they're kind of rebuilding and they have so many needs all over. I have the Draft Network needs up right now, and they have no safe positions, and they have like a couple of somewhat okay positions, but everything is wide open. So I think you just give Minshew the guys that he needs, and if he's that guy, he'll make it work. But it kind of allows them to either decide that Minshew is the franchise guy or not.
Yeah,
And I feel like they already have their guys,
Look,
though.
I'm
Yeah,
not
they
saying
have
that
Westbrook
Ruggs
and
is
Shark,
bad.
and
I'm
they're
just saying
both
that I think
4-3.
Judy is better because
Yeah,
of the
but
route
Con-
running.
Yeah, I just don't
Conley
think
is
they
what he
need to
Obviously,
add another
Ruggs is
receiver
a
in the
top
mix.
3 wide
Yeah, I
receiver
feel
in
this is
this
probably
draft.
the third best in the class behind Judy and CD, but I would not be surprised if he gets taken over them.
I mean, they're all somewhat interchangeable depending on what
Right.
you're looking at. I
Yeah,
agree.
The wide receiver
Yeah,
draft
exactly.
class is so deep.
It's
Like,
crazy. It's the
it's-
best I've seen.
yeah.
yeah, I know.
It's
That's why I think
it's
so
probably
many
the
teams are going to
best
pass
since
on wide receiver.
the one with Sammy, Odell, and
2014,
Evans.
yeah.
Mike Evans.
Evan. But like that was more top heavy than this.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Let's move on to pick 10. I feel like we've been talking about this for a while. Right now, it's held by the Browns for me. I know Jake made a trade there, but I have Jedrick Wills going here. I think they
I have
need a
the same.
tackle really badly, and he's obviously the best one available, arguably the best one in the draft. So they just take him right there. What do you guys have about that pick?
I got the
I-
Broncos trading
I also
up.
have a tackle, except I have Becton going here. I don't really know too much about the tackles in this class, so I just kind of went. It was either Thomas or Becton. In
Yeah,
my
I'm not-
opinion. So
It's going to be one of those guys
I
that
just-
both are off the board for
I just
sure.
went Becton. I don't know.
Yeah, I get.
I
yeah,
went-
you
I think
can.
the dude's an
All right.
athletic machine.
Yeah. All
I
right.
went
Julian
with
had
the-
a trade. I want to hear that.
Yeah, I went with the Broncos trading up from the 15 spot to get Jerry Judy.
Mhm.
I think that they
Oh.
wanted a wide receiver beside Cortland Sutton,
They're definitely going to want another one.
and
Yeah.
he has just underrated speed, which I love. I think people forget how fast he is because of Ruggs, because of Lamb, and because of his route running. But you watch him play, his over the top speed is unbelievable.
Wait, you have him
So-
going to Cleveland?
I have him going to the Broncos.
No,
Judy
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
they're
Broncos.
trading
He
up.
Yeah.
traded up. So wait, you
I
have
just-
Judy going to the Broncos?
Yeah.
All right. From
I just-
everything I've
I
heard,
don't-
I feel like. Or go ahead, Jake.
I don't see that just because I mean it's true. If they did fall in love with Judy and they had to have him, but I think one of those three guys is going to fall to him at 15.
Yeah.
And I think they have the possibility to get him there if that's what they truly want.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you
also
can't really
feel
just
like-
cross your fingers with the Niners and the Raiders.
And the
They're the
Jets, not
pick,
to mention,
both
also
wide
could take one.
receiver
And then
needy
pick
teams.
14, you might see Tampa trading down to get more talent, which I have, but we'll get into that later. But I also think that I feel like the Broncos, if they did trade up, I feel like they would take, from everything I've been reading, I've heard that Ruggs is their guy. So I feel like they would want to take him. But obviously, we'll see what happens.
Wait,
but-
who's their guy? Wait,
Ruggs. That from what I've
Who?
heard, Ruggs is their guy.
I think it's either
Oh.
Ruggs or Judy. I don't think they'll go CeeDee Lamb because he's kind of similar to Sutton.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
I feel like I
definitely.
want to bring up this good time to bring up another comment from Quasiman97 who says Ruggs is definite number 3. Lamb and Judy are debatable. I personally feel like they're all interchangeable, as we were kind of saying earlier.
I think they all
So-
have different things that they're good at, and that's
Right.
why it's so tough to. Because I mean, if they get in the right situation, one is going to get a lot better than the other. But
Right.
I agree with Julian. I think that Judy or Ruggs to the Broncos is a perfect fit.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially
Before
with Drew Lock.
we go any further, we're getting a lot more viewers, so I just want to update where we are right now. We're at pick number 10. I have Jedrick Wills. Max has Mekhi Becton. Julian has a Broncos trading up and taking Jerry Judy. Nate and Jake, what do you guys have here?
I have Wills also.
Will's also okay.
I have because I had the
You have the
Browns
Giants here because
trading
you made
up,
that trade
so it's
earlier.
The Giants here, and I have them taking Tristan Wirfs because I think that was
That's a
Gettleman
steal.
was
That's a steal.
fine with either Wirfs or Becton, like Julian said earlier at 4. He
Yeah.
wants that athletic, high ceiling guy, and I
Yeah.
feel like he knows that he can trade back and still get the same guy because really the only people that were taking O linemen for sure is like Arizona, and I even had them trading out. So I think
Yeah.
he got his guy in Wirfs, and because
Yeah, I think-
that's my first tackle off the board.
That's a steal. Oh, really? Wow.
yeah.
I already have 3 off the board. That's a steal right there, though.
Yeah, you have. I got Worth going soon. Also,
Yeah, I got 3 off the board already.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to pick 11. This is currently held by the Jets. This is where it gets really interesting. In my opinion, I think this is such a key pick because I feel like if they go tackle or whether they go tackle wide receiver, it's going to change up so many other teams' drafts. So I'll start it off right here. I have them going tackle and taking Becton at 11, but I feel like
I actually have the same thing as you.
you have the same thing. Yeah, I feel like they're going to want a better run blocker considering they don't necessarily have a number 1 wide receiver at this point. But
They don't at all.
and I think concerning the
Yeah,
depth
the
in this
number one
class
is
at wide
Jamison
receiver, they can easily
Crowder.
take one later.
Crowder's in the slot, right?
What?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Crowder's.
Crowder's a slot. I think they need
Yeah.
another. They're going to need another guy. I want to hear what you guys have. I know Jake, you said you have Becton as well.
Yeah, I think they're
I've
going to
them
figure
taking
that with their draft picks later in the draft, they can pick up a guy in the second or third who normally would be a first-round wide receiver, and they're going to be okay with that. Because, like, you look at a guy, like, in the last draft, like N'Keal Harry, who got taken by the Patriots
Patriots
really
at
late,
32.
Yeah,
or
32, yeah.
Marquise Brown late. Those are guys that would not
You
even
both-
be, like, debatable top 10 in this draft for receivers. So, I mean, you could just wait and kind of get
That's what I-
same talent.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
all
there's
right.
a lot of talent. If you wait till like the second round, you can get great talent. I think they're the top 3 and then everyone else. So if the top 3 are off the board, I'm not draft. I don't know if I'm going to draft another wide receiver top 20.
Are the top
Just
3
don't think
already off your board? All of them?
For me, no.
So all right.
You're
One,
about I have
Max-
the Jets taking Judy. I think he's just the best receiver in this
I
class.
think
And that's
it's either
my
gonna be
opinion.
Judy or
And
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. What do Nate
I-
and Julian? What do you guys
I
have?
have them
got-
taking Andrew Thomas. I do
Thomas.
not think they should take a wide receiver because they need O-line so bad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly.
And
That's what
there's
I'm thinking.
so
Like,
many
O-line's
receivers
such a
this
bigger
year.
need for them.
I mean,
but-
I'm a Bills fan.
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather them take a wide receiver, but I think
Yeah.
they should take
You got to
an
protect
O-lineman and get
Exactly.
and get-
I mean,
I wanted them to
considering-
trade down. That's what I really wanted, was to try
Yeah.
and get 2 first-round picks. But for 11, you can't really. You could.
Yeah.
There's no one you could do that with this year.
Yeah.
So I have
I
Andrew
got-
Thomas.
I completely agree with what you
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
get
got
it.
them taking Tristan Wirfs. Just
He
another.
fell to
offensive
11
tackle.
in your draft.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
I
well.
just-
How many what tackles did you have to go ahead of him? Becton
I-
and who else?
I got Andrew Thomas and Becton. Yeah,
Over
I got
Wirfs?
Thomas
Okay.
and Becton.
Is there a reason for that, or just like, do you think it's just like team needs? Like-
I looked at I think the good thing about Andrew Thomas is he's been projecting since he was a freshman in the SEC. He's
True.
battle tested. I think that he's really I like him a lot. Like Jake. Jake was really high on him, number 1 tackle. I
Yeah,
like him a
and-
lot. And I think the reason that I don't think Becton is so much more better than Wirfs. It's just I think that Gettleman is just gonna fall in love with the potential.
Yeah, I also feel like Georgia has such a deep O line. So, what are you guys laughing at? Are you just laughing at what Julian said?
More better by Julian. I like his.
Oh yeah, I said
Okay.
more better.
It's
More
actually
better.
automatically
I didn't
correct.
hear that at all.
Oh,
But yeah, I
God.
feel like I get what Julian's saying, because Georgia has such a deep O line. I think like you could I think like all of their starting O line could go like by day 2 plus maybe even more. I don't know their O line, but from what I've been reading, their O line is just stacked. But anyways, let's move into pick number 12. This is the first pick from one of our teams. Jake's a Raiders fan. I have CeeDee Lamb going here, first receiver off my board. I feel like they're going to take a receiver no matter what. I don't know which one they're taking. I feel like Lamb is the better fit for them. I feel like for some reason I feel like they're not going to take Judy, because I feel like for just knowing the Raiders' history, they're always high up on speed. So that's why I feel like they might take Ruggs. I feel like Lamb's the better fit. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that.
I've been taking Lamb.
Oh my goodness.
Same with me. I've been taking Lamb also.
I have Ruggs. He's my number 1.
Ruggs is
Yeah.
your number 1?
I have an actually interesting thing. I had the Cardinals trading their last pick to the Colts. So I have the Cardinals trading up here to get Jedrick Wills.
Bruh.
And because I just think the Raiders, they say that they're the most volatile team in the draft this year. And I believe that, but that's not going to be in trading up. I think that they're going to get their guys day 2 in the second and third round, and they're going to pick up some picks here that are probably most of the Colts picks from Arizona's trade earlier. And then I have the Arizona Cardinals taking Jedrick Wills.
That's a good pick right there. Nathan Burge is also spamming comments on this right now. He's a Raiders fan, and he likes CD going there. Doesn't like
Yeah.
Judy. He's
Yeah,
fine.
CD.
Damn straight, Burge.
Yeah. He also comments, can you see what I'm showing on the screen right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So he also
White
comments,
team stand up.
what is this like crew? Okay, anyways, let's move on. Nate, what do you have here?
I have Ruggs to the Raiders.
Ruggs for the Raiders, and then Max, I don't think we've heard from you yet.
I had CD.
CD, and then Julian's also
CD.
CD here. All right, let's move on to pick 13. I've talked about this pick a lot, obviously. I feel like it's going to be best receiver available. Right now, it's Judy on my board. So yeah, what do you guys have? And I'm just gonna fix something really quick. So you guys keep talking while I'm gone.
I have them taking like for in the draft, third straight receiver and taking Ruggs. Yeah, I think they need a receiver. So
Who did you say?
why not Ruggs?
Ruggs. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that too. Okay, what about everyone else?
I got them taking Ruggs as well. Just the speed. I like him.
Go
They need a
Jules.
wide receiver. So yeah.
And then Nate and Jake. Did you guys say your pick?
I have not. I have CD here. I could also see them trading down, honestly.
I think CD's the
Because-
best fit here. I feel the only way they trade down is if, like, for some reason, two receivers are off the board and the third one isn't their guy. That's the only
Well-
reason I see them, because they have 31 too, which they can also trade down.
I mean, if you're also like the Niners, their scheme really isn't passing the ball. And I'm not a Niners
True.
fan, so I haven't studied this, but you don't need that like superstar number one receiver. I think you trade back, maybe get some more. Like they've shown how good they are at late round drafting. Shanahan and
Right.
who's their GM?
Lynch.
Lynch. I mean, they've done a great job in the last couple of years, and I think that they have confidence in themselves, and they could either trade back. But if Lamb falls to them, a lot of people have him as their number one receiver. So I think that they can't resist.
Yeah, well, the only reason I feel like they have, like, they're not going to, the only reason I feel like they're, well, I said they're not going to trade back because obviously, like, unless someone guy's their guy, but they also have 31 to trade back as well, which is pretty good. But they also need
Oh,
a guy.
not 32. Not 32, Sam.
What?
They're not picking at 32.
No, they're going to trade back. We'll get into that later. But
Oh, okay. They're not at 32 though. They didn't win. Oh,
oh,
thanks.
oh, okay, never mind then. But anyways, I feel like the only reason I feel like they're going to take in receivers, they don't have that number one guy. Like they lost Emmanuel Sanders. I don't think Debo's their
But even
guy.
Sanders, okay,
Oh,
but
should
you
I-
say that, but
yo.
even Sanders wasn't that number one guy. Sanders was
messed
a
up.
slot
Sanders
guy.
was
They don't
definitely their
need-
number one guy last year.
Yeah, he was their number one guy, but
Debo.
okay, there's a difference between
Debo's
the
not-
number one guy and
Debo's
that
not
number
Are you
one guy.
serious?
You know what I'm saying?
Emmanuel
He's not a
Sanders?
number one receiver.
It's not a number one.
I feel
He's
like
not
just
a number
Debo,
one
like for
They
their
don't need a
scheme,
number
he's
one
not going to
receiver.
like. You need
We
that
have
guy
Kittle.
who can like get the
Yeah.
long balls and like get the yards after catch. That's why I think CeeDee Lamb is going to be the best fit here if he's available
I actually got Jedrick Wills. I looked at the
to the
different ones.
Niners
Yeah,
at
replacing.
13.
I have them replacing Joe Staley. Joe Staley's old.
Would Joe Staley?
I don't feel like we have a need for wide receiver
I
that badly.
the only
at
reason I
13.
feel like we do is like the only one who's like somewhat proven is Debo. Like Kendrick
You could
Bourne's
also just
okay.
pick wide receiver at 31.
yeah,
Marcus
I'm gonna
Goodwin.
trade
Yeah,
back
but I feel like
and get like Laviska Chenault or something like.
if they wouldn't,
Dude.
if they're not going to go receiver here, they're either going to go DT or cornerback, and that's if like Kinlaw's on the board. They might go CJ Henderson. I feel like they're not going to take a tackle because he might not even start next year. And when you're a team in win now mode, you have to get guys that are going to come in and start, not guys that you can wait on for a few years. So that's why I feel like they're not going
to
to
That's fair.
take a tackle. I feel like if they were going to take a lineman, they would go guard because they need a right guard.
No, but I want them to replace Staley's what, like 30-something years old.
Yeah, I think you wait for next year because Staley's going to be starting this year unless like the Niners get rid of him. Because
Yeah.
like he's probably going to be he's obviously like he's been there for so long. They're not
True.
going to just say, "Hey, here your starting position's gone," and he's still doing it at whatever age he is, like late 30s. So like I feel like they're not going to take a guy who's not going to start. That's why like everyone hated the McGlinchey pick because everyone thought he wasn't going to start. Then they traded Trent Brown, and now everyone was okay. They need to get some guy who's going to
I
come in
just
and
think
start
that the
right away.
offensive tackle depth is so great, and you can't really go wrong with any of these tackles. So I don't know. I could see
guess.
them going
Wait, who
Henderson.
traded Trent Brown? What?
The
No,
Niners
this
had
is
them a while
this
ago.
is
And I
in
could
2018 when they took McGlinchey. They traded Trent Brown.
I
Right
could also
after.
see them going Ruggs. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
I
Trent Brown the
honestly, I
Raiders
just
had?
thought that they would want Wills,
What?
but
The
I'm
Trent
not
Brown
going
the
to debate
Raiders
you
have?
if you have Ruggs.
No, Trent Brown. When the Niners took McGlinchey in 2018, they traded
Yes,
Trent
the
Brown
Trent
to the
Brown the
Patriots
Raiders
right
have.
after.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
knew he was on the Patriots, and I was like, wait.
No, they traded him to the Patriots right after. Nate, what do you have?
I was
but
between Kinlaw and a wide receiver, and I went CeeDee Lamb because I think he's that. I think he's going to be really good. I think he might take a little longer than the other guys, but I think he's like that. He's not like the big receiver like Kelvin Benjamin kind of guy, but he's big and he can make that contested catch. But he's still like dynamic. He's still He's still
Really,
fast and he can still run routes.
Yeah, I feel like he's the best fit for the Niners. So that's
and
why
I
if
think
he's
it makes
available, they're
that-
going to take him.
I think that makes their
Judy's
offense really
the
good.
Best fit for
No, the only reason I think
Kyle
CD's the
Shanahan
best
in
fit
that offense. I would go Judy. as
yards after
number one.
catch guy, and I feel like they're always. I feel like they've really been. If they want the yards after catch, they're throwing to either Kittle or they're going their run game. I think they want a receiver who's got the better speed than Kittle, to like get the ball and go.
I mean, they still have Marquise Goodwin.
But
Goodwin is so horrible. He can't run a route. He's so bad.
Or I don't know. We'll see what happens. He's not going to start next year unless he steps it up.
You
But
need to trade him for like a 7th round pick.
yeah, that's the only thing that's going to happen.
God.
All right, let's move on to pick 14. I have a trade here, so I'm going to let you guys go first. Anyways, I'll have a trade here.
I have Tampa getting an absolute steal and taking Tristan Wirfs to protect Tom Brady.
If he's available, they're going to take him no matter what. So.
I got Tampa Bay going Javon Kinlaw. I just think if they have Kinlaw, Sue, and Vita Vea, I mean that's what a
that's pretty good. Do you have how many tackles? How many top 4 tackles do you have on the board? Still?
They need a tackle.
Yeah, they need it.
That's just a crazy like pass rush. You saw what the Niners did with that pass rush. A horrible secondary. Then you get a good pass rush, and now they have the best secondary in the league.
Well,
That's
here's the other
No,
thing.
you do
like,
not have the best secondary in the league.
Okay,
That's secondary, Julian.
The Niners do not have the
Like
best.
Pro
Are you
Football
smoking
Focus.
crack?
They have
Oh
the best-
God! Don't
PFF
even
is
talk
not
about PFF.
good.
PFF is terrible.
I don't trust
Okay,
those rankings
sorry, they had
at
a
all.
top 5 secondary. I don't know what you want me to say.
PFF
That's
is
one of the
bad,
best
dude.
secondaries.
Yeah, PFF is terrible.
Yeah. But I also feel like the only reason I feel like Tampa wouldn't take a tackle is like, didn't Jameis throw 30 touchdowns last year as well?
30 picks.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So what I'm saying is like they got like the fact that like a quarterback who threw 30 interceptions can also throw 30 touchdowns shows that like their O-line is like somewhat decent because a lot of those picks were kind of his fault if we're being honest with Winston. But I feel
Obviously.
like,
didn't
those
make
two things
sense.
don't correlate for me.
yeah, it's kind
The
of
fact
Yeah,
that they're
I
not
don't
running the
see
ball means that their run blocking is not good. I don't.
yeah. All right, Jake and Nate, what do you guys have?
I have actually Austin Jackson because all my top 4 O linemen are already gone, and I think
feel
they
like they
really
trade
need an
down
O
if they
That
wanted
lineman.
guy
him.
from what school did
USC.
he go to?
He's USC.
Yeah,
USD.
I
I have
think-
him going first round, but not to Tampa.
I think part of this is because that will keep Brady happy, and I think
Right.
that's important to that team.
I don't think I have Andrew Thomas going here as my last of the big 4 O tackles, but I don't see Austin Jackson being that guy. I have Josh Jones as my clear
Same
number
with me.
5. O
I mean,
tackle.
I have Jones
Same
at
with me.
5 too. Nathan. Nathan.
I was in between those two.
Yeah. All right. So you guys. What did you say, Jake? Again?
Andrew Thomas.
Andrew Thomas. Okay. I have a trade here. I think Tampa needs to fill more needs, so I have them trading down with Minnesota, and they're going to take Henry Ruggs at 14, get ahead of Denver, and get their receiver.
Wait, just for one of Minnesota's picks or both?
22.
22 and what
That's
else?
for 22.
22 and what?
22.
And the Bills pick?
22, a third, and a fourth. I think they could include more too.
I don't think that would be.
That's a
They would have to give up.
I think
I
it'd be.
Mm,
I think it'd be their
Tampa
second.
Bay would not
also.
do that deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna have to give up more now that I think about it. But I feel like Minnesota's gonna want to get ahead, get their receiver because they lost Diggs. They lost Diggs and they already needed receiver help, and they lost Treadwell too. So I feel like they're gonna want a guy because they're also in team and win now. So they're gonna want a guy who can come in and take that number 1 receiver spot. Nathan also asks if this is a Browns jersey. Like you
I know
guys
it does
were
look
saying.
like a Browns jersey.
Yeah, it's
I
with
keep
the
thinking
lighting.
It's like Joe Schobert or something. Like,
Yeah, everyone's thinking that. But
And
that's what I
to
have
answer
here.
Antonio's question, who did the Niners take? We all like receivers or tackles.
Yeah, all
Um,
receivers, tackles. Yeah, so all
I
right,
had
let's
CD
move on
for
to
the Niners.
pick 15. Right now it's held by Denver. Who had the trade?
I have the Browns taking.
You had all
Josh
right, who you
Jones.
have the Browns taking there?
Josh Jones, offensive tackle from Houston.
All right. Wait,
He's
is
my
that
5th best, I think.
Yeah.
fifth best? Yeah,
agree.
I think that's a good
He
idea.
dominated the Senior Bowl. He was unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I have him going there too. I don't have him going there, but I have him. That's my 5th best tackle. I have Denver sent. I think they're gonna go receiver if one of those three is on the board, either Judy, CD, or Ruggs. But since they're not, I have them taking CJ Henderson. They need.
I have them taking CJ as well.
Same.
So wait, we have Nate and Jake also have CJ too.
No, I have
Me and
Judy.
Jake.
Yeah.
Nate, what do you have?
Who do you have?
I have
Nate?
Judy to Denver.
Judy.
Judy.
Yeah.
Dude, oh yeah,
Judy.
he's on the board.
Great.
That's only one receiver taken by them. That's Julian also had a receiver there, but yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Well,
to take a
I just
receiver
think
there, so.
CJ Henderson, I feel like it's not like the, I guess, immediate need because they got Boye from Jacksonville. But
Yeah, they also lost Chris
But
Harris.
Boye, we don't know if he's gonna be
Boye
very
was
good.
also terrible last season.
Yeah, I know.
When they went to the AFC Championship, he was beastly that year. But that was also when he was guarding the number 2 receiver when they had Ramsey. And it was like he was kind of bad last year. And then this year, it was like once Ramsey left, he
Yeah.
was atrocious. He's
He was
not
good
that
in
number 1
Houston.
guy.
And with Ramsey as a cornerback too, he dominated, and then
Yeah.
he's just not a cornerback one material. He's just not good enough.
Yeah, I feel like Denver's gonna want to go offense, but I feel like if all the receivers are off the board and Henderson's available, then I feel like they're gonna take him there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, let's move on to pick 16. It's held by Atlanta. I have Chason out of, I don't know how you pronounce that. It's like Chason.
Chason.
Yeah, I have
Chason.
Levon Chason as
Chason.
well.
Yeah, all
Okay.
right. I have him going there. They
I
need.
got a trade.
You have a trade?
I have the Eagles trading up to get CJ Henderson because their
See,
secondary.
That's
is
a good
that's a
move.
good
Yeah,
move.
I have CJ Henderson also.
CJ
They
Henderson,
got Darius Slay.
who?
the Eagles.
I
I feel
feel
like
they still need more
Their
secondary.
secondary
help,
is
I think.
horrible, though.
Yeah,
I
the
feel
Eagles
like,
are
I feel like if they
terrible.
were going to go secondary, they were going to take a safety, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them take a cornerback too.
Yeah, I think CJ Henderson's second, third best corner in the draft, in my opinion. Definitely top 5.
Yeah,
top
yeah,
4.
that's what I'm
So I
thinking.
think
Nate,
that-
who do you have? CJ Henderson to
Yeah.
To Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like he
that makes
would go here if it weren't for him being off the board because they need a cornerback. But I have Chason. They also need an edge rusher. He's available. I've seen this pick a lot on a lot of mock drafts.
Yeah,
whether
I
or not
have.
Henderson's available, so that's why
I think the Falcons definitely glaring need at cornerback. I have them taking
They
Jeff
lost Keanu
Gladney.
Neal.
TCU.
Gladney over Henderson.
No, I had Henderson.
Oh,
going to
Henderson was
Broncos.
going for you. I'm sorry.
But
What about
I am in love with this
Christian
guy, dude.
Fulton?
He's my number 1 corner on my board, and
Yeah, what
the
about those
only
2
reason
guys
I
from
have him falling this
LSU?
far is because this is how I think it's going to happen instead of what I would do. 'Cause
Yeah, that's
this
yeah.
dude-
No, I get that.
experienced
haven't-
playmaker, can read the quarterback's eyes. I mean, he's going to be a top 10 corner in a couple of seasons.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. I feel like I kind of agree with you, like how he can definitely be a top 10 corner, but I feel like teams are not going to be that high on him. I feel like they're going to be high on guys like Christian Fulton and Trayvon Diggs
Yeah.
instead.
They're in the harder division. He went to TCU, right?
Yeah,
Gladney?
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
Big
so
12.
it's
But
as
I mean-
hard as the SEC. So
Big
I
12
understand what you're
defenses
saying.
are
he's
known
also
for not
guarding
being that good.
CD and I don't know. It's whatever.
I mean, Big 12 receivers are good. I feel like the bigger knock is Big 12 receivers against Big 12 corners. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think that
Yeah, I
there are
see that.
there are receivers that are pretty elite in there, and he just showed an ability to jump routes and read eyes and have good field vision.
Yeah,
that
no, I get that.
he's the most polished in my opinion. I agree that
Oh, yeah.
Okuda and Henderson have great traits and could be elite.
And he's
This
great
guy's safe.
man to man. I watched him play. He's just a sticky man to man corner, which is really good because they don't play a lot of man to man in college. But when I see him play man, I'm just like, yeah, he's going to be a quality starter, and he's definitely a first round pick. And I see him going that high. That makes sense to me. He's
All right.
good. I like him.
All right, so we're halfway done with this. We're at pick 17. I have a trade here, so I'm going to let you guys talk first. Currently held by Dallas.
I have a trade
the
also.
Cowboys.
so.
I have them taking Christian Fulton at LSU. I think they need a DB, especially with Byron Jones leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think DB is a huge need for them. I feel like DB and D end are the huge need for them, and that's kind of like what impacted my trade a bit. But I want to hear what Jake and Nate have. 'Cause
I
Jordan
have
also has a trade.
Kinlaw to the
Kinlaw?
Cowboys. Yeah.
Oh, falling.
That's a
I-
great deal.
I'm gonna get some hate for this, but I have the Cowboys taking Jerry Jeudy. I have
Really?
How is he
falling this
that
far, and I think the Cowboys are locked and loaded. Can't resist.
Yeah,
Cooper-
I can totally see that.
I mean, you heard what Rex Ryan said about Cooper. He's an interesting player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Um,
What did
Rex.
who are the receivers other than by Nathan?
They
who are
have,
who are the other receivers on that team other than Cooper?
it's Cooper and who's that number 2 young guy?
Gallup.
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 Okay.
They got
Yeah,
the
I think
Cowboys
Judy's a
picking
great
Ruggs.
compliment to them, and
Yeah,
with
definitely.
Prescott and all those 3 guys, I mean,
I got
that's
Ruggs instead of
unbelievable.
Judy. Like, I understand wide receiver. I got Ruggs instead of Judy. Getting that deep threat. That makes sense. Going wide receiver here, helping out Dak.
All right, Julian, what's your trade at this pick? I want to hear that.
I didn't have a trade.
Oh, I thought you said you did have a trade. Who did you have then?
I had Ruggs.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I got
Ruggs,
wide receiver,
okay.
just like
He's
Jake.
on my
Got another wide receiver.
All right. Yeah, so I had a trade here. I have Seattle trading up with Dallas, and they're going to take Andrew Thomas because I think you can't resist that, especially if you're a team in win now mode. Like their O line was not that good last year, and they lost a lot of their guys on their O line. So
Yeah,
that's why I
sure.
feel like they're just going to trade up, take Thomas.
Yeah, but
They
that's
lost their
that
left
has made
tackle.
sense. It's made sense for them to take an O lineman in the first round for the past 5 or 6 years, and they haven't done it. They don't do
Yeah.
that. They are a trade back team that wants to
Last year they
get
traded
value, and I
look what
don't see
happened,
them
like-
taking an O lineman in the first round.
Like last year against like that Week 17 game against the Niners, their O line was horrible. That could have cost them the division. And then I think in other games, I think the Rams, the first Niners game too, they were horrible. I think the Rams game, they were pretty bad. And that Cardinals game towards the end of the year, they were pretty bad. That's all divisional opponents. And like considering every team in the division is really trying to improve their pass rush, I feel like they're going to need to take an O line. It might not be the biggest need for them, yes, but I feel like they're going to. Considering that Thomas is still on the board, like I feel like they can't
Yeah,
resist
but
that.
think about how much they need to give up to move up 10 spots. I just don't think that's
I have
worth it.
them. What do I have them
I mean,
giving up?
10 spots.
I have them.
Seattle doesn't even have that many picks. Do they have a lot of picks?
They do.
They do.
But
Yeah,
like,
They
I
had
have
a lot
them.
of picks last year.
I have them trading a second, third, and a sixth for next year. for that
I
pick.
think that they just don't. Their philosophy is don't take O lineman in the first round. I think they can get better value later.
Yeah, no, I totally see. I just feel like they can't like considering that. Well, they've been towards the end of the draft like in so many years. So, like the O-line talent might not even be good there. But considering like Thomas, who was once a consensus top 5 pick, is available at 17, I feel like they're going to want to trade up and get him there. So that's
That's a
why I
good
have
point.
him there. But yeah, I feel like that's enough with that pick. Let's move on to 18. This is a Miami pick. I have Delpit going here. I feel like they need their secondary is not that good. They obviously improved that corner. Their safeties are not that good. So I feel like they're going to take Delpit here, arguably the best safety in the draft. McKinney could
Mhm.
also go here.
I got.
I
McKinney
feel like
down here.
it's up for debate between which one's the best safety. Julian, what did you say?
I got McKinney going to the Dolphins.
McKinney here. Yeah, I think I would
He's-
not be surprised
He's
if that
just so
happened.
good. He can do it. He had over 200 snaps at slot corner, strong safety, and free safety. I mean, I just
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
like
Out of
that's
both- out of the
versatility right
safety.
there. He can play.
Yeah.
All right. What
I
do
like
you, Max, Nate, and Jake have?
I have the Dolphins getting what's his name, Andrew Thomas.
Yeah,
I know he
I would.
dropped
If
pretty
he's
far.
there, they're
Yeah,
sure taking
if
him.
he's falling
Right.
there, that's
Yeah, I
great
got him
pick.
top 10. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I
Falling
had
all
him
the
top
way
10.
to-
I think I had him going 11 in my last mock, but this one I obviously tried to change up a bit. So I had him fall to 17, and then if he falls to 18, which I would not be surprised if that happens, they're gonna jump on that opportunity and take him.
Mhm.
yeah.
And then I also think like
With them taking Tua, they have to protect him. So
yeah. Well, then also adding on to that point with
Yeah.
Tua and Thomas, with your 2 picks and not having to trade up, like you could have just won the draft right there. Plus, they have like so many other picks. They could honestly get like 4 or 5 first-round picks if they really wanted to, which is
Mhm.
kind of crazy. So,
Jake, who do you have going here?
I have. Well, I'd like to lead into this with I don't really understand what the Dolphins are doing, to be honest, because I have them taking Love because what I see their philosophy as is somewhat of a win now. Like you don't pick up guys like Byron Jones and Kyle Van Noy just to like crap out and try and pick Trevor Lawrence or someone next year.
Well, they're
That's
also
a-
like they're also one of those teams that are trying to become they're like the Lions and the Titans. They're literally trying to become the Patriots.
But like that doesn't make sense. Like you don't
I
take
know.
a guy
It
like
doesn't
with
make
Tua
sense.
who has all that injury concern, or like Herbert who would need all that all the like development. I have them taking K'Lavon Chase on, and simply just because
That's a
I
good
think he's the
pick.
most NFL ready, best player available combo
Right.
right now.
Sometimes
might not
it's
be a
just all about
defensive
best player
end.
available.
Yeah, they might not be defensive end, but that's like future things. Like that's going to help a lot. Like I know you see, there's a lot of teams that'll just take like defensive ends, even if they didn't need one.
I mean,
so
he's an outside linebacker, but
he can play edge
He can
too.
play yeah.
That's
I mean,
what like
it's all edge.
he's listed as like outside linebacker on some boards, and then he's listed as defensive end on some boards, and then edge on others. And then Nate, you have
Well, I had the Washington trade earlier, so I have Washington taking
Oh,
Denzel
yeah, I
Mims
forgot.
from Baylor.
Oh,
Mims?
love
Okay.
Mims.
Yeah, he's
Mims
my
is a-
number 4.
Dude is 6'3"
Mims,
and has
Mims.
I know.
4.3 speed. Oh,
Yeah.
surprisingly, I don't have him going in the first round, but I feel like I would not be surprised if he's get.
I have a
he's-
perfect fit for Mims, but I'll wait.
Yeah, you'll wait on that. But I think that's a pretty good pick. I feel like receiver's not their biggest need, but again, kind of like what Jake said, they don't know what they're doing. Really, he doesn't know what they're doing, so they might just take random guy. That's going to be a hard team to predict because they also can make so many trades. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, pick 19, held by the Raiders. I have Trayvon Diggs going here. Like they need a corner badly, so I feel like they're going to take Diggs. They need safeties too, but they also didn't they sign Demarius Randall?
I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
They did. Okay, yeah. So I
yesterday,
feel like they're
like,
like trying to
3-9.
prove safety. Now they just got to get their corner. So that's why I got.
Well, I
Trayvon
mean,
Diggs
they were
going.
fine at safety. They picked Abram in the first
they
round
have
last
Abrams.
year, and they signed what's his name, Joyner, to that big deal.
Yeah, I
they
feel
just-
like that's why I'm saying safety is not a big need, but like it could be improved. But cornerback is like that's
I
like
think they
glaring
picked
hole
up
right there.
what's his name, just to the safety from the Browns, just to play slot corner, in
Heath.
my opinion.
Oh wait, no,
Randall?
no.
Randall, yeah, the guy yesterday.
Demarius Randall.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he was like a decent slot corner, had a lot of tackles at the line of scrimmage. I agree, corner. But
Linebacker.
the thing that makes me unsure
Who'd you have them
that they're
taking
going to take a
before,
corner
Jake?
in the first round is they had Mullen. They picked Mullen last year in the second round, and
Yeah.
they picked the Houston corner in the third round, and they really like him, Johnson. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
I
I
don't know
don't
who he
follow
is.
the
I
Raiders.
don't follow the Raiders.
He was somewhat injured last year, and they finally got him starting once they traded Conley. Like they traded Conley so that they could start him, and I really see him as the guy they feel is in the future. So
Who do you have him taking?
I have them taking Javon Kinlaw here.
That's yeah. If he's there,
If
they're
he's
probably.
there, that's a great
Oh.
pick. But
He falls that far.
I doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt if he falls like past maybe 15. Like there's going to be some team that's going to want to capitalize on that.
I debated that or outside linebacker.
That's- yeah,
I
that's
think
another
Kenneth
need.
Murray is a perfect fit for us.
Yeah,
I
I've
got
seen.
them. I got them going Patrick Queen. I think I don't know
Me
who's
too,
better,
me too.
Murray or Queen. It's
Good
debatable.
zone coverage linebacker.
He's just such a good off-ball linebacker. He can cover
Well-
running backs, tight ends. I think that's a need that they have.
The only thing I'd
The
say about
linebacker.
that is that we just got Littleton, who does a
Littleton
similar.
and Nick Kwiatkowski.
So we need a
um,
blitzer.
I know, but I still think that
Right,
if you
which
can-
is
two. Just because you have one good linebacker doesn't mean you can't have two. I
Yeah,
think
you need
if you guys have
need-
Littleton and
to be a
um,
good linebacker.
Kwiatkowski.
Patrick Queen, you guys will be good, and Kowski or whatever his name is. I think that would be a good run. So
I don't know.
Whatever.
If they don't take Queen, I could definitely see him taking a guy like Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah,
he
that's
hasn't
what I
gone
have.
like-
I like
Big,
Diggs.
long.
He hasn't gone
physical.
in my draft yet, so
And then Nate, what do you have?
I have Philadelphia trading up because Mims just got picked and they need a wide receiver. And then I have them taking Justin Jefferson.
Which? Oh yeah. I feel like Jefferson's going to go to Philly no matter what. I feel like
Yeah,
That's
so that
a
was
spoiler
for
pick
that was for
21.
21, a third, and a fifth.
So you
I-
have them jumping Jacksonville.
I feel like they won in the. I feel like Jacksonville. Who did you have them taking round one? Like with their first pick,
Who?
Jacksonville.
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 O-line.
O
don't
line.
remember
Oh,
who.
okay. I feel like if they take like O line, they're gonna go defense at pick 20. Which let's just get it right into pick 20. I have Christian Fulton going here. I think they need a corner. I had Kinlaw already, and I feel like cornerbacks. I feel like an even bigger need than defensive ends. So that's why I feel like they need a cornerback in Christian Fulton since he's available. Probably a top 5
Bruh.
pick number 20.
Yeah, I got
I'm taking Xavier McKinney. at
That is
this
another
pick.
good. Yeah, I feel like
Um,
secondary is like such a huge need, no matter what. So I would not McKinney,
Yeah.
Delpit,
I got
Diggs.
Diggs
Fulton.
going here. Yeah, I got Diggs cleaning up that secondary for the Jaguars after losing.
I have-
Ramsey and Boyer.
Yeah,
so-
I have Fulton. I think they need a
Mhm.
corner.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
have a trade here. I have the Denver Broncos moving up and getting their Boulder kid, LaVisca Chenault, to pair with
Who?
Sutton.
Yeah, I would not. That's
I
I would
like
not be
Laviska.
surprised if they
Oh,
took.
Drew
Laviska.
Law.
I love LaVisca.
They
I
didn't
like
have-
Laviska's potential, but I don't like him in the first round. I think
No,
I
he's
haven't
been
got
hurt
it.
so much. I think
Get
I think he could be good. He's kind of like
can
similar to
break- he's
Sammy
just like-
Watkins. He could be
He
After
has
really
the
so
good.
much
catch, he's
talent. He's
so
just like injury
amazing, though.
prone.
He breaks. So
He's
many
really
tackles.
injury prone.
Yeah, that's
It's
the thing.
crazy.
I would like to
Yeah.
talk. I mean, if you're talking about injury prone, I mean, freaking Christian Fulton is the most inconsistent player in this draft.
He
I-
can't make a freaking tackle.
I hate Christian Fulton. He has raw athletic ability, but like his tape was unimpressive. And I think if he really develops, he can become a great number 2 corner. And it's like, is that really what you want out of a
Well, that's what. Yeah, that's another reason why
He's
I
the
have
Rashawn Gary of cornerbacks.
well, that's why I also have him going to Jacksonville because I feel Jacksonville's like when you think of teams that would take a guy who might be inconsistent, that's one of the first team that comes up. Jacksonville, they're just gonna like take some guy just for raw talent, like they did. I
Like
think
Marquise
they did.
Lee.
Marquise Lee.
I mean, yeah, I don't think they have a reason to go with a safe pick considering
yeah, I mean
what
it's a
they're-
lot.
what they're
So,
doing.
yeah. All right, let's move to pick 21. I have Justin Jefferson here. I've seen this pick across almost every mock draft. Justin Jefferson, the Eagles.
I
at
have Jefferson.
21.
I
Jefferson.
got a trade.
Yeah, I have Jefferson. as
Yeah, you
well.
had Nate had Jefferson. Jake, what'd you have?
No,
I have Patrick Queen. I think that him
To the Eagles?
all linebacker, he's in that zone scheme, and I think he can help out that secondary that really struggled. They have Slay now, but they still need to improve back there, and I think that he can come out. Another guy that I discussed having was Akeem Davis Gaither, but
Who?
I
that
feel
high.
little
I don't
Another
know
guy
who that
from
is.
App
Isn't
State.
that guy that went to that
Appalachian
small
State
college?
linebacker.
Yeah,
Oh,
Appalachian.
Yeah,
I
from
heard about
App
him.
State.
No,
safety
Yeah, I've heard
converted
about him.
linebacker. I love the dude. He's so athletic and meat. Like he gets written off because he went to Appalachian State, but like
yeah,
couldn't be.
They're a ranked team. Like
yeah, they're a ranked team, but
Yeah, I
here,
got
wait. Before you get into your trade, I just want to ask Jake one thing. You don't think they're going to take a receiver or cornerback? I feel like, or no, sorry, safety, because I feel like those are their like glaring needs. Like
Well,
they
they have
made the
what's his
playoffs
name?
last year, but they
They
were just
drafted
so bad at
recently.
I
those
feel like, in my opinion, this safety class is like really, really bad. It's weak.
We already
And
have Abram, right?
That's the Raiders.
the Eagles.
talking
Oh,
about the
I
Eagles.
was because I had the trade.
Yeah. Oh,
I was
okay. Yeah.
confused.
Yeah, I had the Falcons.
Wait, who
trading
did you have the
back.
Raiders picking here?
I have Clavon Chase on.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Okay.
I don't see them taking that. I think definitely wide receiver. Their philosophy is going to be we can get one down the road. Don't need to take one now, and it's kind of a best combo of best player available and fits their scheme with Queen, where he could be a guy that you are relying on your defense for the next 10 years, right? And
Yeah.
I think that's what they needed most. And despite it not being a like positional need, he really helps out that defense as a whole.
Yeah. All right. And then I want to hear Julian's trade. You had you had Raiders
Well,
or
I
no?
have
Who
the
was that?
Eagles trading up to get the Falcons spot to get.
Oh, the
CJ
Falcons here.
Henderson.
Yeah. So who are the
That's
Falcons
another.
take?
I got them taking Grant Delpit. They lost.
I think
Keanu
that's a
Neal.
good pick.
The range, the instinct, starting in a true freshman. I think that he's a great safety.
I feel like they
If
want a
he can
cornerback.
Clean up
'cause
the tackling, then I think he'll be a top safety.
I feel like
But
they
if
want a cornerback because I feel like you look at
Yeah,
their
it could be
safeties. They
corner.
have Keanu Neal, obviously injury prone. Who's their other guy that they have? That's safety.
Keanu just tore his Achilles, so I mean,
Yeah, I mean he's
I don't
injury
know
prone, but he's
how much-
raw. But
you know,
yeah, but you have. I think secondary either way is going to be a smart move for them. I think they definitely need to improve it. So whether it's a safety or cornerback, I feel like cornerback would probably be the better idea. But obviously, up to you.
I just like Grant Delpit a lot. I think.
Yeah, Delpit's pretty. Yeah, I would not be surprised.
I could see him go Fulton or Gladney, but I like Delpit a lot.
You guys are right. All right. 22. I had a trade here, so I want to hear what you guys have to say before I get into that
I
trade.
also have a trade.
Trade. Okay.
I got the Vikings going and getting Jeff Gladney because they lost. Who was
They
it?
lost Rhodes.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to take a cornerback probably.
They
no matter what.
lost 3 cornerbacks this offseason, including Rhodes. You got to get a corner, I think. And Gladney, I think, is a top corner in this draft.
Yeah.
And I like him. I like his great. He has really good instincts when I watch him, and great man-to-man corner. So I see them taking Gladney here.
I have them taking Mims out of Baylor. I just think he's a great
They lost
receiver.
Diggs.
Yeah.
They do
I think it's either
they
gonna be
do need a
receiver or
corner,
cornerback for them.
but corner is I mean receiver. They need a guy to complement Thielen because they don't. Yeah,
They lost Diggs to the Bills.
yeah.
Nate, what do you have?
I have them taking Stephon Diggs' younger brother, Trayvon Diggs.
No way.
I think they definitely need a cornerback, so I would not be surprised. I want to hear Jake's trade before I get into mine, though.
Yeah, I was looking at this and I felt that there was no super immediate need for the Vikings here because I think cornerback was the big need, but the only one that I have in that range that could be picked right here is Diggs, and I don't think they're going to want to draft Stephon Diggs' brother.
Why?
They also have pick 25 too, so like they can easily get someone there. So
Trading the pick to the Kansas City Chiefs, who get to trade up and take Trayvon Diggs, who reminds me a lot of their former corner Sean Smith. Big, long, like beat you up at the line, and he's a great corner. And
don't the Chiefs only have 5 picks though?
I mean, I didn't write out what the return was, but it's already 5 picks this year, and their team is already great.
True.
So, I mean, let's say you could take a developmental player in the 4th round. Like, they don't need that, right? I'd rather.
Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs only have 5 picks. So. Yeah.
All right, my trade is I had Tampa trading down with Minnesota earlier, and so now Tampa's here. I have them taking the first running back off the board, Jonathan Taylor out of Wisconsin. I feel like it's a huge need for you don't like it. All right, I feel like running back's such a big need for them though. So I feel like if they really want to solidify their offense, I know tackle is like another easy pick, but I feel like running back, like if you can get the first running back off the board.
Wait,
that's
who
pretty
did you
good.
have?
But
Who did you have?
Taylor's not even like he's not my top 2 running backs.
I like
I have
Swift.
Dobbins and Swift.
Yeah, I have Dobbins and Swift.
I have Taylor and Swift like 1, 2. You can
I also
they're
like that guy
interchangeable.
from
I just feel like
FSU.
Taylor's the better fit because you look at Swift, like he played with such a great O-line in college. So like he had that protection. Taylor, I don't know how good Wisconsin's O-line is.
You
But-
keep saying that the Buccaneers running game is bad, but that may be true. It's not because Ronald Jones is bad. I actually really like Ronald Jones.
Yeah, same with me.
Well, I mean, yeah, I feel like
Not running it with him, and that's
And I-
because of the O-line.
I hate taking running backs in the first round. I just think it's not necessary. There's so much
I mean,
depth at the running
it's
back position.
it's
that you can
definitely
get
going
in
to
the
be
second, third.
between a tackle or a running back. I feel like considering they got a lot of picks from Minnesota, I feel like they can wait a little bit and wait on a tackle, maybe trade back up in the first round. Because I only have 4. I don't have Jones, Cleveland, or Austin Jackson off the board yet, so they can probably wait if they wanted to. On that note, let's move on to pick 23. It's held by New England. I have Jordan Love going here. I'm assuming
I have
someone else.
Jordan Love going here as
I got
well.
Love.
Harry,
Jordan
I'll
Love.
go first because I have a trade.
You have a trade. Wait,
I have Jordan Love also.
Okay, so everyone has
Yeah.
Jordan.
Hey,
You guys all have Love. I had Love going number 5 to the Dolphins. So I have New England not having any of their quarterbacks,
They're
and
gonna want to trade back. Yeah,
I have them trading back with the Ravens, and the Ravens come up and take Denzel Mims, I think that is a perfect fit. Super
Really?
fast,
Okay.
6'3". They need that big guy, but he still fits their fast, speedy scheme. I think that's going to be a great.
Yeah, he also
Yeah,
had a
I think
sub
that's a-
4.40, which is
That's
crazy for
pretty
a
good,
guy
yeah.
that height. That like he had a 4.38.
That's a scary ass team.
Yeah.
I know.
If,
I have
like-
another. I coming from them later, but that's on the defensive side, and but I feel like that's a great offensive fit for them. When you look at that, but
Yeah.
all right, let's move on to pick 24. I have a trade here. I'm assuming someone else has a trade here. Is that correct?
I do.
Or no?
Yep. I have a
Do you have a
trade.
trade? Okay. Let's go with the
I
people who
have-
don't have it.
I have
Trade.
them taking Kenneth Murray.
That's a good fit.
They have crap linebackers.
Mario Davis, though, is pretty good, but
Yeah, but
other
outside of that,
linebackers?
like
AJ Klein.
AJ
Oh,
Klein's
yeah,
on the
their
Bills.
linebackers aren't that
didn't
good.
they have like
AJ
Alex
Klein is on the
Anzalone
Bills.
or
Oh, he
something?
is.
Yep.
What are
Oh,
you
They
saying,
had like
Miles?
Alex
Oh.
Anzalone or something, but I think they need a linebacker.
That
I
might-
have
was-
them taking Murray also.
Yeah, if Queen was on the board, I'd have them take Queen, but I think
Mhm.
Murray is a great linebacker.
All right, and then Julian, you had a trade.
I got the Packers trading up to go get Denzel Mims. I
Let's
That's
think
a
go.
good. Yeah, that's a great pick.
beside what's his Devontae Adams. Yeah,
Wait,
I
back up.
think that's gonna be what
What's the trade?
I got
Max.
the
Oh, no, go
Packers
ahead.
trading up with the Saints to get Denzel Mims. I like he has great ball skills. He's 6'3", 216, and ran a sub 440. Like
It's a great.
just
That's a
think-
great pick. I think
I
Packers are
like
probably
that a
going to take him if he's available.
He's not
Um,
going to be available. They'd have to trade up.
they'd
I
have to trade up,
the
yeah.
Packers
Especially
moving
with
up
the Saints.
to the Saints and taking Justin Jefferson.
All right.
Saints take Justin Jefferson.
The Packers trade with the Saints.
Oh, he's still in the. You didn't have him go in the Eagles.
I did not. I had the
No,
Eagles.
you had him take.
Queen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Queen. I forgot. So yeah, I think Packers are probably definitely going to take a wide receiver no matter what. I feel like first round.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, we
um,
did just pick up Funchess, but like we need
Yeah,
someone
he's-
like
He's not.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. But speaking of the Eagles, I have them trading up here. And they're going to take Xavier McKinney out of Alabama. I feel they
Yeah.
need a safety really badly. I had this trade in the last mock draft. I'm going to keep it here because I feel like this is a win-win for both teams because New Orleans only has 5 picks. They probably want to take a quarterback, so they can. And there's definitely going to be some talent like Hurts from later on. So they trade back, get more picks.
That,
Fromm is
I have-
terrible.
franchise.
Who?
Jake Fromm is a terrible quarterback.
I'm just
He's
trying to think of. I'm just
booty
pointing at-
hole.
throwing out some
So
quarterbacks,
bad.
but
You guys seen
anyways,
the
I have
Hawaiian
New
quarterback?
Orleans is giving
Yeah,
up.
Cole McDonald, dude.
Dude,
I love
oh,
him.
McDonald.
monster.
I
With the
love him,
hair,
dude.
Oh my god!
no,
yeah, that's
But literally,
cut
I
it.
was watching his film
Oh,
and I
he cut
totally
it?
thought he was like some Hawaiian dude, like blonde dreads, and I
No,
looked
no.
like Modesto, and I'm like, bro.
He's such a beast.
Yeah. But anyways, I have Philly trading a second, third, and a fourth to get pick 21 because they don't really have that. They don't have any other picks in the first round, so they might have to give up a lot considering New Orleans is trading back a lot. And then now New Orleans is now at, I believe, 7 picks, which they can use to trade up, trade down, and fill more needs. Because if we're being honest, they don't have too many needs on their team because, I mean, their team could have easily been the 1 seed last
Do
year.
you
in the
guys-
NFC.
Good
What?
question. Do you guys see any players being traded during the draft? Like anyone?
Usually in the
Ngakwe.
later rounds that happens.
Ngakwe.
yeah, that's later.
Ngakwe is one of those who could be traded earlier, but usually in the later rounds, you'll see those just like random players getting traded. I know the Niners did one last year.
We did.
There's Dakota Watson. Dakota Watson for
I
Dre
don't know who
Greenlaw.
that is. So
The Raiders
Oh,
We
traded
got Dre Greenlaw out of
that's
him.
a
So.
great pick.
Yeah.
Steelers receiver a couple years ago.
What?
Who was the Steelers receiver a couple years ago? The Raiders traded for on draft night.
Oh, yeah,
Martavis
yeah.
Bryant.
Martavis
Yeah.
Bryant.
Bryant,
They
yeah.
traded for him.
That guy
on-
was just high 90% of his life. So
He got he got suspended and then got unsuspended and then like tore his ACL or something like that. I
Yeah.
forget what happened.
All right. What about this this Vikings pick?
I
I
have Yitter Gross Matos. I don't
Yeah,
know how
I
you
have
pronounce that. I have
Gross-Matos
him going
as
here.
well.
They definitely need a defensive end. They lost. They're probably losing Everson Griffin.
Yeah,
They're and they need another guy to pair with Daniil Hunter. So I feel like
makes sense.
Yetur Gross-Matos is a great pick. I also want another point adding on to the going back to last pick, where like any player is going to get traded during the draft.
Yeah.
Tony says Goodwin.
He's
I would
so
not be
bad. What are
surprised
we
if
gonna
that
get from, like a
happens.
7th round pick?
Well, I mean, we
Because they're
traded
a sixth.
a
You're
backup
gonna get cash
linebacker.
considerations.
We traded a backup linebacker and swapped fifths for a 7th, and then got a 7th, and then we got like Dre Greenlaw out of that. So
I like that.
we'll see what happens this year. But anyways, back to the Ventura. Does anyone else have that? I think I heard someone say that.
Yeah, I've Gross Matos going as well.
Gross Matos. Yeah. I always mess up that name, but
I have
Nate,
Rieger
what do you have?
after they. I have Rieger after they took
Rieger. That's a
Diggs
good
at
pick. You had a
22.
cornerback
That's a good
going at
pick.
22 for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
I feel
I
they're going to
got-
go.
I got T. Higgins.
Ooh.
Out of Clemson.
All right. I feel like he's
horrible.
going to fall.
He
in
has
the second
really
round.
underrated speed. He's been one of the. He's 210. I like him, but
Underrated speed.
yeah.
Max, are you
He
seeing
ran
that
like
comment?
a 4.57.
No, when you look at him on field, when I
He's
watch
not.
him,
He's not
underrated
beating.
speed.
He's not getting open because of his speed. So
Antonio, I swear
I
to
think he's gonna
God,
be able to
still
get
think
any
he's a first-round
separation.
pick. I
Hold on,
like
Tony.
Yeah,
what's
I
your
can see
thoughts
that.
on
I'm
this
just like-
comment?
he's great at contested catches also.
Tony, I will throw my phone if we get Godwin and give up anything
Goodwin.
considerable.
Goodwin.
What's
Goodwin
wrong with
and Godwin,
Marquise
there's a
Goodwin? He had
huge
1,000
difference
years.
between-
He had
One's a
1,000
top level
yards a few years
receiver.
ago.
One's a guy who I don't even know.
Goodwin
Um,
had 1,000 yards in like 2017.
Yeah, because like that, he was the only receiver we had. Like,
Yeah, but
our,
if you get
our-
1,000 yards, you have to be
our number two
decent.
receiver that year was Aldrick Robinson and Lewis Murphy. Those were like our two other guys.
Still
but,
1,000 yards.
who those guys are?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know who they are.
All right. So I heard Nate said Rieger here. Max said Gross Matos. What do you, Jake and Julian have?
I had T. Higgins.
Oh, yeah, T. Higgins.
This is the Vikings pick.
This is
25.
the Viking
Yeah,
25.
Vikings.
Oh, okay. I have since the Vikings. It isn't really listed as a need.
Dude,
But
nobody wants Pettis.
They franchise tagged Anthony Harris, but I've been hearing that they're either going to trade him, but he's for sure not coming back next year. So I had them taking Grant
Harris?
Delpit. Yeah.
Good pick. Good pick.
Wait, where did you
shore
see
up a
that?
need. What?
No, that Harris was gone.
That he's not coming back?
Yeah, where did you see that?
I think it was on Bleacher Report at some point, but it
I
wasn't.
saw it on The
recently.
Onion.
It was like it was right after he got franchise tagged. They're like,
all right.
oh yeah, they're exploring trade options, and it's because it's unlikely that they can extend him.
So then that would mean Delpit and Harrison. That's a deadly combo right there. Harrison Smith and Delpit. That would be really good. I feel like they wouldn't want to trade him though. I don't know why they would want to trade him because I feel like it makes sense to keep it and just fill other needs to keep contending.
Yeah, I don't know. Delpit.
But we'll see what
Delpit
happens.
struggled with consistency, so we'll see if he can overcome that because his play last year was not top.
He was
wasn't even day two
Oh, yeah,
worthy. It was like,
That was not good.
but he was the
play
best
last year.
DB in the country in what
Yeah, I
2017.
know. Yeah, like a few years ago.
That
He won that
sophomore out of
award.
LSU next year is going to be like a top 10, top
Who?
15 pick. That corner out of LSU. You know what I'm talking
NFLSU.
about? He's not draft eligible, but next year he was
I
their
forgot- I don't know-
cornerback
I don't know
one
who you're
as a
talking about,
freshman.
but-
LSU has very good corners.
DBU.
Yeah, he was a beast.
All right. Let's move on to pick 26. This is another Miami pick. I have Josh Jones going here. I think they need to fill their O line. They missed out on Thomas by one.
Who did
pick
you
in
have
my
them
draft.
taking in the first two?
I have 2 at 5 and Delpit at 18.
Oh yeah, they need line then.
They need line. So I have them taking Josh
Josh Jones,
here.
that's a steal if you can get him that late.
Yeah,
I-
I haven't
I
gone
wouldn't
I don't
say
see him
that's
falling that much.
I feel like I would not be surprised if he fell second round. I feel like because I feel like there's just a lot of other talent on the board other than Jones that people.
I
are
feel
gonna
like
wanna
every
take.
year there's multiple O linemen that go that we don't expect to go in
Jawan
the first
Taylor.
round.
Jawan Taylor.
He dropped a ton,
I
yeah.
am going number 7, and he got taken in the second round by the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
was,
have
like, crazy,
the
but-
Dolphins taking my first running back off the board, taking DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre, I would not be surprised.
They
At
have
that. I feel
Jordan
like
Howard though.
Jordan
Yeah, they did get
Howard
Jordan
is
Howard.
booty hole.
it's a
But
complete.
I'm just
He
saying
wasn't
that
that
they have
good.
Jordan
Like,
Howard. So.
Jordan Howard.
I was debating between O line and DeAndre Swift, but I feel like considering they signed Howard, I feel like that's why they got to go.
Yeah, same with me. I was gonna go running.
Swift is just a consistent 3-down back that I think can.
I have Swift as well.
You have
Yeah,
Swift
I
as well.
I have a trade.
Let's go.
You have a trade. All right, let's hear what Nate has
No,
to say
because-
before you.
All right,
Trade.
yeah, go ahead.
I have Ezra Cleveland O tackle.
Really
I like
over
that
Jones?
Cleveland.
Oh wait, no, Jones.
I
and
already
Jackson
had
got
Jones
taken
go.
on your board.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Julian, what's your trade here?
Well, I remember I had the Dolphins trading up, and so the
Oh,
Lions
this is
got
the. Is this
pick.
the which pick is
The
who has this?
26th pick? The Lions got the 26th pick.
Oh, Lions. Yeah.
And maybe like a third round. I don't know. And I have them just going best player available, Kayvon Chasson or whatever his name is.
Oh, he
Oh.
fell this far.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I
a
just think
Jeez.
I looked at it, I was like, oh damn, he dropped. Basically, just getting the best player available. It's
If
not
he's
dropped
there,
to
they gotta
26.
but I got
That's
him. I got them
crazy.
taking Chasson.
I had him
that's
10 picks
such
earlier.
A steal.
I
That's
mean,
such
who
a-
knows? It's
Yeah,
the
I thought I
draft.
had him
mean,
falling.
do you
when
really
I
ever
had him
know?
at 18 to Miami.
I had him at
Yeah, I had him at
16. I thought
16.
that was like I thought that was reasonable for him, but 20. That's crazy. If he falls that far, like the Lions are gonna for sure capitalize on
Well-
that opportunity. I wouldn't be.
Well, I
also
think a
wouldn't be
team like
surprised-
the Bills could actually trade up if he falls this far.
Yeah,
Like pick up the
Yeah.
Vikings pick or the
if he
Saints pick.
if he goes down that far, I would.
Yeah.
Would like
I mean,
that a
I
lot.
don't know. It's
There's
just-
gonna. I bet if
something.
someone falls that far, there's gonna be a team that's gonna trade up, to get him. But if he, I mean, obviously, like 26, that's like Lions there. That's such a good pick for them. So
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of edge rushers, at 27, I had the Cowboys made a trade with the Seahawks earlier. I have them taking AJ Epinesa here. I
Yeah.
think they need.
I have the Seahawks taking Epinesa.
I have the Seahawks taking AJ Epinesa also.
Yeah, I think Epinesa is probably going to go here one way or another, but I feel like I had the Cowboys here, so I think they need a defensive end. They lost Robert Quinn. They're probably going to lose Michael Bennett. I feel like they lost Kerry Hyder, but that's not that big of a move. Alden Smith's obviously a question mark. By the way, shout out to Alden Smith for coming back into the league. But I think Epinesa is going to be a huge move here, like a good move here for them. So
Yeah.
and then
Seattle's they have the second least sacks behind the Dolphins. They're probably going to lose
Clowney.
Clowney, and the only reason that AJ Epinesa fell this far is because his combine was so.
I know.
bad.
Yeah.
He's
And
not.
so it would be
He
pretty-
plays slow though. It's
Yeah,
not just
I don't think
his-
he's that good.
His hips are so nice that he can play. He's a
Yeah, but
power
his
wrestler, but he
hands
has
are
great
not
hips.
good.
Well, that's
He
why.
doesn't use
That's
his
why I
hands
feel like
efficiently.
like
But I think
His
if you can get him
footwork
at
is sloppy.
26,
It's
no, I think Epinesa. I think if you can get him this late in the draft, and you're
That's
the
pretty
Seattle
good.
Seahawks, you get Epinesa. I just
I
I
also
don't even
think
have
with,
him
like,
going in
tape
the
is
first
too
round.
good.
like with
I
a
think
team like
it's-
the Cowboys, like
I
they don't
think he's a first round pick, late first round pick,
with
early
a,
second round pick.
with a team with like the Cowboys or something like which I have. They have DeMarcus Lawrence already who can easily like mentor Epinesa, get him better. Like if you can get a guy who's like raw, but he doesn't need to be the number one guy, you take him because that's obviously going to help your team out a lot. But
Well, wait, Jake, did you say he had bad hands?
I didn't say bad hands. I said they're sloppy. They're
yeah,
uneven
Gross Matos
every
has
time.
better hands than him.
Well,
I have Gross Matos going here, and I think this
I
is
think
a
that's-
slam dunk pick.
Yeah, I think they're going to take it. I think if Seattle stays here, they're going to take a defensive end no matter what. Oh, Nate left. Okay.
okay.
Here,
Did he
wait.
lag out or
I don't know.
did
I'm
he
going to
just
text him.
leave?
I'm just going to text him right now.
Who did he have picking here?
I don't know. I'm asking him right. He hasn't sent me anything. I just asked him what happened. I don't know if he's going to get back or not, but anyways, while we're at it, let's just move on to if he comes back, we can talk to him about like what he said. But anyways, let's just move on to pick 28. I have another pick that I think is going to be a really perfect fit here, and that's Kenneth Murray going to the Ravens at 28.
Same.
Nate's back. Hold on, wait. What happened?
I don't know, my Wi-Fi just died.
Your wife, all right. Who'd you have at 27?
At 27, I had Gross Matos.
Yeah,
Tomatoes. Okay,
a
so
lot of
you were
people had
with everyone had a defensive end going here. I had one going to a different team, but that's all good. All right, now we're on 28. I had Kenneth Murray going here.
Same with
I
me.
didn't. We haven't heard. You have Murray too, Julian?
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else have Murray here?
I would take Murray here. I do think they need a linebacker, but Murray's already off. So is Patrick Queen.
Patrick Queen. Yeah.
So I kind of took a shot in the dark. I have him taking Zach Bond out of
Oh, I like that.
Wisconsin.
I like
Ooh,
Bond.
I would say it's a bit of a reach, but like considering like the Ravens are, I don't think the Ravens necessarily need to.
They don't have
reach.
any, and they have to replace C.J. Mosley at some point. They don't have
Yeah,
any
they need
glaring
to. They need to
needs,
like. They
so.
just need to take a lot. They can't risk it. They just need to take that guy.
I like
Right
him because
away.
he's also from Wisconsin.
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 Nate and Jake, what do you guys have?
I had that trade previously with the Ravens moving up to
And
take
the
Mims.
Saints.
No, with the Patriots.
Patriots.
I had the Patriots here, and I was discussing trade, but they already traded back once, so I ended up going with Notre Dame DN Julian Okwara. And he's a bit of a project, but
Yeah.
I think
But,
he's
I
got
mean,
some solid
like
traits,
they're-
and the Patriots. Yeah, they don't have on, especially besides like quarterback, they don't have any glaring needs. So
yeah.
I just figured go with one of the solid players that has a high ceiling.
Yeah. I think that's
Wait,
a
for
good
the
idea.
Ravens for getting him?
I had them taking Patrick Queen.
All right. Yeah. So
Yeah,
linebacker
that's a
here
good
for
pick.
the Ravens. So I think that's
Yeah.
No, Julian, I had the Patriots doing that. I had them
Oh, the
trading
Patriots.
the Patriots
Who
had
did
that
that?
pick.
Who?
Aquara.
Defensive
Notre Dame.
end?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's kind of
All right.
long.
All right, let's move on to pick 29. I think Titans are for sure going to go tackle here. They lost Conklin. They need a right tackle. I have Josh Jones still on the board. Or wait, no,
I have Jones
Austin
still on the
Jackson
board.
I have Austin Jackson going here. I had Josh Jones go to Miami at 26.
I have them taking Josh Jones if he
Josh
falls
Jones
this
here.
far. Which
I have
They're gonna
them-
take, I think they're gonna take a tackle here no matter what, whether it's Cleveland Jones or Jackson. I think they're gonna take a
I
tackle.
disagree.
I've heard
Yeah.
people saying that they're going to take Epineza.
That's who
I
I
have
have
Jordan
here.
Elliott.
Vanessa,
Yeah.
yeah, that's another move.
I got
Jake,
Jordan
I-
Elliott.
Yeah, I agree with Julian. I have Jordan Elliott. I love this guy.
Out of what?
Missouri.
Where?
Out of Missouri.
Missouri.
What does he play?
Oh yeah,
Defensive tackle.
D
They have to
tackle,
replace
big
Terrell
D tackle.
Tracy.
yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard.
And
that.
he's kind of raw. If he can develop some inside moves besides bull rushing, he's going to be awesome. And I
They
think
lost
the Titans,
Jarrell Casey, right?
He can,
Yeah.
he can shoot
Yes, that's a
gaps
good guy
so
to
well.
fill.
Also,
Vrabel, yeah, he's
Like,
got
the
quick
shooting
feet.
gaps.
I mean,
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah,
super-
I think that's
to
a pretty
develop
good.
those hands, and then he's
Yeah.
going to be awesome.
I mean,
like
the
that
only
pick
reason
a
I have
lot.
them taking tackle here is like considering that like the AFC South is going to be a bloodbath this year, in my opinion, and I feel like they're just
I
going
feel
to
like
want
none
to.
of them are very good. I'm going to be honest.
Well, like for getting into the playoffs, like I don't if they're not good. Like you have Indy, Houston, and Tennessee. It's going to be like it's right now. It's
Indy
a
has
toss up for
freaking
that
Phillip
division. It doesn't
Rivers.
matter.
Yeah,
Like
Philip Rivers, like a
on.
max of 7 wins. I don't even know. Like
I feel
Yeah.
no, Indy definitely needs another quarterback, but still, like I feel like other than like I feel like they definitely need to they definitely need to just fill needs if they want to win the division, go on another deep playoff run. So that's why I have a tackle here.
I think the Colts are just stalling for next year's draft to pick.
Yeah,
a
that's what I
quarterback
think
then.
that might be
So,
happening. They're just waiting
I
for
haven't taken a quarterback, but
Colts.
Yep.
Where? Oh wait, did you
At
have
the-
you had the trade,
we'll
right?
get it. We'll get it. We'll get to it later.
Oh, it's later. And
Oh.
then no, Jake had the trade earlier where they got Herbert, right?
yeah, they traded up to 9 to get her.
Okay, yeah, I think that would be a
Cardinals.
really it's kind of like I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen because that's a lot for them to give up.
They
But
don't
yeah.
even have that many picks, do they?
yeah, that's the thing. But
How many
They-
picks do they have?
if they got
I'm
no,
gonna
but
look
if
it
they
up.
got a quarterback, like they have a good
one,
line,
two,
they have a
three,
good front
4,
seven,
5, 6,
they have
7.
an elite
They
O
have
line,
7 picks. Yeah.
they have a decent running back, they have a solid receiver
Alright.
core.
I think that if they like keep, I don't know, maybe a second or a third this year, they can get another receiver to complement with Harris Campbell, who I actually really like, but he was injury prone last year.
Yeah.
They have a-
And
the
T.Y.
guy from
Hilton.
Notre Dame is a beast.
And then you don't really have any needs on that like pressing needs on the defense, and that
Yeah,
O-line
exactly.
is one of the best. I mean, it probably is the best with the Cowboys losing
Who
Frederick.
Yeah.
do they-
I mean, they
what
have-
who is their cornerback that the Jets signed?
Pierre Desir.
Yeah, that's I think they might want to fill that need, but like they still have Rock Yassin,
Which
who
year
is
see
this
solid.
that?
year even
You
that
see
good?
that? How do I even know that? Oh my god,
I know the Niners. I kind of want the Niners to sign him, but
he's getting old.
Yeah.
and he's,
yeah, so it makes
he's
sense
not very
for them.
productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, all right. Enough talking about the AFC South. Let's go on to the NFC North with the Packers at 13.
30.
30.
Sorry, 30. Well, I said 13. I don't know why. I have 30 here. I want you guys to share your picks first because my pick's a bit of a surprise pick. I feel like not that many people have this pick.
Yo,
But-
Antonio Gandy Golden, you too.
Ooh,
No, I don't have Gandy Golden, but
That high.
Jesus.
No, I'm just fucking with you. I have that. I think I have the same with Julian, where I had the Saints trading with the Packers.
Yep.
So I have
Oh,
the
yeah.
Saints taking Kenneth Murray.
that's a
makes sense.
steal.
I have the Saints here, but I haven't taken a wide receiver. I'm taking the Visca Chanel.
Really,
What do you mean?
a wide
really?
receiver at? I feel like they don't need a receiver.
Emmanuel
they don't
Sanders
really need
sucks
Who's their second
ass.
receiver?
Dude,
Sanders
they
is
have-
like
they
have Thomas
33.
Ryan.
33.
Sanders.
The Visca Chanel after the catch is amazing. He reminds me of like
True.
Debo Samuel. That's Super Bowl. That offense.
I
is
think that's a
like
good.
Super Bowl
Yeah, I
offense.
guess that's a good.
Jared
I feel like
Cook,
you wouldn't
Connor,
get the. I feel like
Visca.
yeah. I feel
I
like
like
I feel like the Saints don't need a guy like first round. I don't think they need a first round receiver. I feel like they can wait a bit. Like I would Antonio Gandy Golden. I think that would actually fit pretty well with their team because he's kind of
He's
kind of a raw talent.
He's on my.
I don't like him.
You don't like Gandy
yeah.
Golden?
I
No.
like him. I
That
like
guy's
him a
a
lot.
I have them
Wait,
taking.
what guy does that guy? The Notre Dame guy.
He's Liberty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Liberty.
That Notre Dame guy is a beast. Whatever his name is.
Oh,
I know who you're
Chase
talking
Claypool.
yeah.
I have
Yeah.
them taking Michael Pittman from USC.
Fuck no.
Oh
I
no.
hate Michael Pittman. He's
That
Mm.
dude's
terrible.
third round at best.
Yeah.
I like Pittman a
So
lot.
bad.
I have the Packers. It's a really weird spot for me because if Mims or Jefferson fall to us 100%,
Yeah.
also a guy like Ayuk or Jalen Rieger are available. So I think
Rieger's good.
Jalen Rieger is not.
Jalen Rieger.
What do
I
you-
like
I
Rieger.
like
So here-
Rieger.
I
So what
really
do you
like
have, Max?
Rieger. So
I
I'm
mean-
gonna say Rieger.
All right.
People
So
keep
I like that
comparing
pick.
Rieger and Hamler, and Hamler is just like miles better.
Who's Hamler?
KJ
KJ
Hamler.
Hamler,
Hamler.
Penn
What
State.
team is he good
Penn
at?
State.
And the only reason people aren't talking about him is because he was too injured to run at the combine. Otherwise, he would have
Yeah.
blown everyone away.
All right. I want my picks here. I know you guys are gonna bash me for this. So my draft, Rieger's available, Mims is available. I have them taking Ayuk. I think he's the better fit here.
I
For
like
them.
Ayuk.
I
No,
think he's the
that's,
best.
I like
that's
Ayuk.
fair.
I think
that's
he's
fair.
the best. I think even though like Mims is the better player, I think Ayuk's the best fit, and I feel like they're gonna want to go.
I
best
would
fit.
not. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't
'Cause I
take
feel like
him
teams
over
in-
Mims or Gandy Golden, but it's not a bad
Yeah.
pick.
Well, teams
Yeah,
in
I'm
win
fine
now
with it.
mode, like I feel like they should probably be taking the guy who's at best fit.
Yeah.
Even like best talent, you take like rebuilding teams are gonna take best talent because they're gonna want
Frankly,
they're gonna build.
we
Their,
need someone
system
who
around
knows
them.
how to run and catch a football. Because right now we only have one of those people.
yeah, and then Brandon
and-
Ayuk's that guy.
yeah.
That's why I feel like he's the best fit here.
You
So
guys have like Mercedes Lewis and that other big guy that are both undrafted, right?
Mercedes Lewis is a tight end.
He's a tight end.
And he's old as
Who-
hell.
Yeah.
Marquez Valdez. We have Valdez Scantling.
Allison's
We lost.
gone.
We lost
Geronimo
Geronimo Allison. He's on like the Lions.
Lazard,
We have Lazard. I like Lazard. I think he's cool.
their receiver. It's like their
he's
receivers are like
cute.
mediocre.
Yeah.
Like they need
He's
like that
cute.
guy that can like pair up with Devontae Adams.
They can
really
make a
well.
play occasionally, but they need someone who's consistent and catching the
Exactly.
ball.
That's
So,
what I got. All right.
Yeah.
Let's move to pick 31. I have a trade here. I'm assuming someone else also has a trade here.
I have a trade here.
You have a trade here? Jake, you don't have a trade here?
Nope.
All right, what do you have?
I have them taking Josh Jones. I think he's lasted this long on the board, and
I feel
the Niners, as much as you want to deny it, they do need at some point to.
They're going to need
fill-
it at some point, but I feel like since they're in win now mode, I feel like you can wait a year.
Wait,
Until, like-
Jake, who did he pick?
Josh Jones.
O tackle Josh Jones. Houston.
It's kind of like what Julian
makes sense.
Julian said they took. You had them taking Wills at 13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't feel like they need. I feel like they can wait another year.
Who do they need? They need a corner. I
They
think
need
it's
a
corner and a
quarterback
Aiden to
guard.
retire.
I had
That's
them
what they
taking
need to do.
CD, but
I would much rather have them take Cesar Ruiz over Josh
Isn't
Jones.
Cesar Ruiz
That's
a
The
center?
center.
He's a
Yeah, but
center.
he can also play guard. I think, right?
I mean he's good, but
mean, usually.
interior D linemen don't unless they're like crazy talented. They don't typically get taken in the first round.
Interior
Um,
offensive lineman, you meant?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interior.
Well, yeah,
O-line.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like that's why I feel like they would trade back and take him, which I don't have. I don't have them trading back. Well, I have them trading back, not necessarily taking him because I didn't do anything for round 2. But I feel like he fits well because first of all, they need a guard. He can play guard if he wants to. I know he's necessarily a center, but then you also look at their centers. Rustin Richburg tore his patellar tendon. That's like not that many people
Our
come back.
backup
from
is
that.
hella good though. Our backup did so well. Ben Garland,
Garland did well, but I feel like
he did well.
I mean he can also play guard too. Like that's the
I
thing.
I
like,
argue, and I know it's not interchangeable like this, but I think that a lot of guys, especially developmental out of college, can play every O-line position. You just need to put them there and teach them how to do it.
exactly.
And
That's what
a left tackle like Josh Jones coming in, he played left tackle because he was the
What?
best guy on the O-line. You know what I'm saying?
That is
yeah,
true.
exactly.
Like that's just how it works. So if they come into the NFL, it's not an
They're probably
every
gonna
case
get moved to right
scenario.
tackle.
6'5",
he-
311.
He can
Like,
switch around and play whenever. So if you're looking for an O guard, like not a year one starter, but
right.
I just want to hold on one second. I just want to bring up this comment from Quasi Man.
Who the
I
hell
think
is
this is Alex.
Quasi
I'm
Man?
pretty sure this is Alex.
It's Alex Scotto. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Garland signed a 1-year deal with
What's
us, so
up,
he's
Alex?
not gone. I just want to bring that up really quick. Nate, who do you have here?
I have Ross Blacklock, TCU.
That's a
D
great
tackle,
pick.
'cause I
That's a
think
good
they
That is
should
a
pick.
great pick.
fill the D tackle need, and I think he's good.
Yeah, I don't think they necessarily need
I love that dude.
a defensive tackle, like because I think they have the guys that can just rotate in and out, but it's definitely a safe pick.
I think he had a great combine.
Yeah, definitely
He definitely boosted his draft stock.
a lot. Yeah.
I don't see him as a first round player in my opinion.
I do agree with that. I don't think he's
I
first
don't-
round talent.
I don't think he can go. He's not necessarily first round, but considering like late first round, you always get those guys who, like.
But I mean,
could
you're
go
talking about
round 2.
It's 31 overall, where 2 picks ago Jordan Elliott got taken at 29, who I think is just so much better and way
True.
more
Yep.
potential.
Yes, sir.
So, and a lot of you guys don't have Jordan Elliott on your boards, so
Yeah,
I love
that's,
I-
Jordan Elliott.
I have the Niners filling their need in the secondary with a guy who is surprisingly still on the board, and that is Jeff Gladney.
I think that's a great pick.
love that.
Someone who brought that up, I think Tony commented something earlier
Dude,
when we
Gladney's
were
a
talking
monster.
about
Gladney.
who had Gladney going really early in the stretch. Jake, I think that
I
was
don't know,
you.
but
Yeah,
he was
I-
a 3-sport athlete and
I'm
in
going
high
with
school
it, yeah.
shows very good versatility. Football IQ is like off the charts, and he's just a blanket on
Yeah,
man.
I actually have
man, he's
Gladney
sticky as hell.
in
great
my
man-to-man
in
corner.
my like mock draft where what I would do with each pick. I have Gladney going number 6 to the Chargers. Like
yeah,
he's
Yeah, I
that
saw-
good.
I saw
good.
that. Yeah,
he
I
is
saw
so
that.
good.
I know he's.
Okay,
I would not be
mean,
surprised if the Niners took him there. The only reason I feel like they're trading back, and we'll get into Julian's trade after I say that, but the only reason I feel like they're trading back is they don't have any picks rounds 2 through 4, and they need to fill that cornerback need, defensive tackle, interior line, maybe even get another safety, just for depth. So that's why, and maybe even like maybe take a tackle. I don't know, but they took a tackle last year. They took a tackle the year before. They have run skill, but we'll see what happens with that. I just feel like they need to fill more needs in rounds 2 through 4. On that note, let's get into Julian's trade. What do you have
I
here?
have the Colts trading up to get Jalen Hurts.
Really?
I know. Don't just stop laughing for a hot sec.
I
Goddamn.
like it. I like it.
They need a Philip Rivers replacement. He's a bona fide runner. He's 38-4 in his whole career in 2 different offenses, 2 different offensive schemes. He's a great leader in the locker room. He's tough and durable. He played well in both Oklahoma and Alabama offensive schemes, which are NFL-ready schemes. First of all, great velocity. You can use him RPOs. He can roll out. The few things that I don't like about him is that he needs to be more patient, let routes develop, and he leaves the pocket too soon. But
I
other than
I
that-
really like him, especially getting that year under Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers being such an experienced quarterback, definitely their styles are nowhere near the same, but I feel like Rivers has been through the ringer when it comes to the NFL, playing against a bunch of different defensive schemes. I think this is a great pick, Julian. I really like
Yeah,
it.
I would not be. I think that's a good. I feel like they can wait a bit. That's the only reason I don't feel like. they're gonna
Yeah,
wanna trade
I
up.
agree with that. I
Yeah.
love him,
Mhm.
but
No.
the value isn't there with guys like Gordon, Bowden Jr., McDonald. I guess Bowden Jr. is not really a quarterback, but McDonald and Gordon are still on the board and
Let's
not
go.
expected to be taken that high.
Okay, but I think that you can't wait to get your quarterback. You have to go and get your quarterback.
Yeah,
But
but they
he's
like,
going to be
Jalen
available.
Hurts
is gonna be
is
available.
the best quarterback
Might
that's
be available
available.
free.
I like Jacob Eason, but I think that Jalen Hurts is better.
Jacob Eason. I hate Jacob
I
Eason.
don't.
I highly
He's
dislike
okay.
him. I saw mock drafts with the Packers taking him at 31.
Oh
Oh,
my
my
God.
god.
That's
I
bad.
don't. All I'm saying is that I think that Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback.
He is.
I agree.
I think he's a first round, early second round talent, and
It
I don't
makes
have
sense.
a problem with that.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
He's a winner, which is a hard thing.
38.
Yeah,
and
that's
4.
another thing you're gonna want. like-
In the clutch time. In clutch, he's unbelievable. He'll drive down and make that get you in the field goal range. And stuff
All right.
Like that.
Final
All right.
pick.
No, I didn't announce my trade yet for this one. So
Might be
at-
Sam. Might be.
it's all good. So at 30, I saw this trade. Some NFL Network guy proposed this. Chad Reuter, I think it was. He proposed that the Jets trade pick 48 and 68 to the Niners. And I have the Jets taking Laviska Shenault here. I feel like they're going to need a receiver who can come in. He has top number one receiver potential, which I feel like he's the guy that they can possibly take. I think Mims and is it Rieger out of TCU? I keep getting Rieger.
Yeah.
Do you not have
Rieger.
Mims?
Rieger.
Is Mims not been drafted for you?
Mims is not drafted yet. I feel like
He's so good.
I know
What?
he's.
He's
I know he's.
so good.
I just feel like just knowing the Jets.
Oh.
I feel like first of all, Laviska is a better. It's obviously a high risk for taking Shenault, but I feel like knowing the Jets, he's the better fit there in my opinion, and that's why I have him going
Wait, who
here.
did you have the Jets taking earlier in the draft?
I believe Becton. Yeah, Becton. I have Becton. So they're going to fill their wide receiver position. I have them taking Shenault. I would not be surprised if Mims goes here or Jalen. Or is it Rieger's the receiver and Gladney's the cornerback, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, or Rieger here. So I would not
And
be
one of them
surprised.
is really good and one of them is not.
Yeah.
That's false.
No,
Rieger's
Rieger's
good. Rieger's
Why?
good.
I like
Why?
Rieger a lot.
Rieger is
Yeah,
You're
I like
so
Rieger.
Gladney
What's
is not
Laviska?
as good as you
Laviska's
say.
a bust.
Gladney is not
I-
better
Yeah.
than Jeffrey Okuda. Is all I'm gonna say.
Well, when I hear a guy that Rieger keeps getting compared to Tyreek Hill, and I'm like, that is the most.
No.
No, that's not a yeah.
Tyreek Hill is one of the most exceptional players of our time right now. Literally, he's so fast and he can jump. So I mean, the
Okay,
fact-
but if you're gonna compare him to someone, you have to compare him to someone good. You
That's
can't
true.
Yeah.
compare him to Robbie Anderson or something like that.
why the
Compare
hell
him to
not?
the
If he is
league-
like
Because
Ulabi
you want to
Anderson,
compare someone to a good receiver.
Well, it's
What are you
like
talking about?
okay,
yeah, but it's like
Rieger's
if you're
so
like, oh,
fast.
Jordan Love is like Patrick Mahomes, that's stupid.
yeah, it's like it's seventh.
Okay,
like they're not
obviously that's stupid.
get drafted. Like who are you going to compare him to? Let's compare him to Michael Thomas because he plays exactly like him. He's just so much worse. Like you can't. It's not like necessarily you're going to compare all the best players. Like you have to you're going to have a Dante Pettis comparison.
No,
That I
Dante
just saw that.
Pettis might be the worst receiver to ever come in the NFL. So
I just saw it in the chat. You're gonna have not all the receivers are gonna be compared to top talent, not
But they
not,
are.
This
That's the
goes for
point.
all players. Yeah.
I like it when they compare him to top talent, but
Then
Then
the
that's
thing is
so
when they
much
compare them
pressure.
to
no, it's not. Players do not give a do not care.
Dude, did you not hear?
what's
Jordan
some
Love
stupid
said that he
NFL
hates
Network
being
analyst
compared to
compares them
Patrick
to Rock, oh, I have so much pressure. Skip Bayless compares me to this idiot.
you're gonna trust
they don't
Skip
care.
Bayless comparison.
God,
That's it's like you don't. I just feel like you need to give them a reasonable comparison. Like you can't compare an undrafted free agent to
Bruh.
Lamar Jackson because
we're not talking
he's
about
immobile.
undrafted free agents.
Because they're fast. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
It
that's not
doesn't. It
what I'm
doesn't matter if
saying.
they're undrafted or not. Like the comparisons, like
I'm saying that if you have a first round talent or early second round talent, and you're going to compare him to someone, you don't want to compare him to someone bad. You want to compare him to someone good.
yeah, you want to. You
Well,
want to compare
I
them
think-
to someone elite.
I
though.
just
you
think
want
it
to
all
compare
comes
them
down
to like.
to comparison is a bad word. It's like what he could project to if everything goes right.
Yeah, I know.
like-
There's most of the NBA mock drafts. They have guys. They're like, okay, who's the ceiling, who's the floor, and they have those guys listed out. So
The floor is Jamarcus Russell always for every.
it's always
quarterback.
it's kind of true there. All right, let's move on to the last pick of the draft, currently held by the Chiefs. I have the Giants trading up here, 4
Yeah, I have a
spots.
trade
They
as
jumped
well.
Cincy and Detroit. They're taking Ezra Cleveland. They didn't get their tackle earlier. They took Simmons. Now they get their tackle here. That's what I have.
I have DeAndre Swift.
So that's a good
I
pick.
have J.K. Dobbins,
Love J.K.
Um,
Dobbins.
That's a good pick.
but Yeah, no, just J.K. Dobbins. Yeah,
I
I
got
do
the
love
Chiefs.
Zach Moss, but
Zach
I will go.
Moss, who the
Utah.
is he- Utah. Oh, okay, I have him taking a corner. Christian Fulton. I have him falling pretty far. The number one priorities is corner. They lost 3 cornerbacks: Kendall Fuller, Brashad Breeland, and Morris Claiborne. Very smooth hips. I like Fulton a lot. I see
I had them
taking
in my
corner.
last mock draft. I had them taking Gladney. Like they need a cornerback. The only reason I have them trading back is they only have 5 picks. So
But there
and they're
aren't
only
many
trading down
glaring
4 spots. So they can.
they don't
I-
need anything besides like corner and maybe a running back.
Yeah, that's why I have them trading
Brandon
down
Williams,
like
I-
a bit because I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I had them trading up to get Trayvon Diggs. So I have the Vikings here, and I have them taking Akeem Davis-Gaither, Appalachian State, former safety, switched to outside
So wait,
linebacker.
did you have 2
I mean,
defensive-
the dude just got
oh,
big. What?
did you have?
Wait,
Is that your
sorry, what?
second guy to them in the front 7? Did you have?
No,
Gross
I
Matter
had
going
Grant
to them?
Delpit.
Oh, okay, never.
Grant
Oh,
Delpit.
all right.
Gross.
So they don't take a cornerback or
Gross
receiver first round
Matter.
for you.
Gross my toes.
I think that
It's Gross Matter.
they feel that they can get one later if they really need to.
Yeah, all right, I guess so. The only
but,
reason
I
I
mean,
keep saying the only
this
reason I
dude
keep
is
saying Gross
special,
Matter is because it's like Yater Gross Motto, so I just get
Yeah.
I always feel like it's like Yados Gross Matter. I don't know. I get confused. with
Jados
that.
gross my
I
toes.
think that the Chiefs they just need a corner. They definitely need a corner.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that's their.
that was the
3
Vikings.
corners is
I had them
hard.
trading
You
up
need to
to
get
get
a corner.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if they. I wouldn't be surprised if they take a corner or a running back here. I feel like
Their
those are the
offense
two.
is explosive enough
Were
to
there
where
any
they can
surprising
TD.
guys who didn't get picked in yours?
This is Andy Reid, though.
No
Grant
Gladney,
Delpit.
no Mims,
No Gladney or
Gladney and
Mims in
Mims
the
fell,
first?
or Mims.
I don't have
Um,
Delpit.
Who else do I not have?
I had Fulton. I didn't have Epinesa, McKinney.
Wait.
Is
let
that
me see.
Wait,
McKinney?
I didn't have Austin Jackson.
Yeah,
Same
I
with
didn't
me.
know
I
after
didn't
that.
have Austin Jackson. I didn't have Cesar Ruiz.
I'm surprised no one picked Terrell Lewis. I really like Terrell Lewis.
Hold on, wait. Let me see who
Who is Terrell Lewis?
Outside linebacker for Alabama. Big guy.
Yeah,
can
no, he's
switch,
pretty good, but I don't think he's a first round talent necessarily.
I mean-
I didn't have Laviska.
Let's see, who did I not have?
T. Higgins. I don't think anyone did.
I didn't
anyone
have.
I
No,
had
don't-
T.
I didn't
Higgins.
have T. Higgins.
Julian
had
had
two.
Higgins.
You
My
had
man
Higgins?
T. Higgins.
No,
And y'all made
no
fun
one
of me,
took
but watch
Cesar
him
Ruiz.
become the new Michael
He's gonna
Thomas.
suck.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
No one had
No,
Willie Gay.
Nope.
No one had Cesar Ruiz. I didn't have Patrick Queen.
No Josh
AJ.
Uche.
No one. Oh, no one had AJ Terrell.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
considered
yeah.
him.
No one had.
No,
I
corner
definitely
for Clemson.
considered.
No
I had
one
him going
had,
like 20
the-
something.
I
I
don't
think I
even
had him
want to
going
say
like
his
22
name.
in my
but
last mock.
Noah Ikbenogany. He's good.
No one had Ashton Davis had a Cal.
You know,
That guy's fast as hell.
No one who had Dobbins here.
I did.
You did. Okay.
I
I didn't have a
should have
single
had
running back.
Dobbins, but it's what I think the teams are going to do, not what I want to do.
Right. Right.
Dobbins is
right.
easy, my number one running back.
What are you
Nate
guys
knows this. I love Dobbins.
What are your guys' thoughts on Jalen Johnson? Who's the Jalen Johnson out of Utah?
I did not like him. I didn't
like
think
him.
he was
Who's
very
the
good.
who's the guy out of the Utah that like really fast guy? What's his name?
The safety.
The wide receiver or corner?
I'm forgetting.
Jalen
what's his-
Johnson's a corner.
He ran like a ridiculous. It wasn't Jalen Johnson, but he ran like a ridiculous 40 time.
I don't know, but no one had Claypool.
Oh yeah,
I
that
think
guy from
Claypool's
Oh, I
going
like
second or third. I like
Claypool.
Chase
I like
Claypool. I
Claypool.
like him.
Definitely a steal in
Who
the
is
later
that?
round.
He's going to be Mike Evans.
Have
Wait, where's he
speaking
go?
of guys that I thought are like kind of later round steals, but like, has anyone watched Lynn Bowden Jr.?
I have not.
I've
The-
heard
the
of him.
quarterback?
I didn't watch that much film all day.
Literally,
I watched.
I watched his highlights and I couldn't figure out where he was in the play. And he was like, on one play, he was quarterback, running back, wide receiver. Dude, this guy is like all around insane. He threw the like game-winning pass in his bowl game, but he also rushed for 1,500 yards and 17 touchdowns this year, while also receiving like 750 yards. He's kind of crazy.
Bro, someone on Instagram, I'm not going to say the name, but he replied to my story about like the draft. I was trying to get people to come. He's like, who are the Niners going to take? And then proceeds not to come to this, watch the
What?
stream. So I'm like, bro.
Who was it? Expose him.
No, I'm not. I'm going to keep their name. I'm gonna keep
Expose
I want
it
some
them.
initials.
Just put it in the chat.
Oh, I think I
That's
think I
good.
know who it is.
Who?
Is it someone who we expected to be here?
Oh no, it's not.
It's not who we were talking about before.
No, it's not.
Okay. Okay.
No, but yeah. Any who was the guy that you were just talking about, Jake? What's his name?
Lynn Bowden Jr.
Yeah, where does he go?
Kentucky.
Quarterback?
That's like
What
the
is
guy
he?
who can play like quarterback.
He's listed as athlete.
Yeah, that guy. I think I saw the Niners watching him on tape.
He's
What I've heard.
he's pretty cool. I mean, I have for my 5 like guys that I think could be special in the later rounds. I have Davis Gaither, Gandy Golden,
Andy Golden's definitely
McDonald,
one.
Bowden Jr., and Anthony
McDonald?
Gordon. the
Cole
Washington State
McDonald?
quarterback.
You guys should look up
Yeah.
Anthony McFarland, running back. He's really good.
Have
He's
you
gonna be
not
a late
seen
round
Cole
pick that's gonna be
McDonald,
good.
Julian?
I saw him at the combine. He looked
Dude,
average.
he's a monster. He's like 6'5",
I know, he's good.
fast with a cannon of an arm, and he's going to be a late pick. Some guy's going to get a steal.
He's like the Gardner Minshew.
I know.
in this draft.
No, Anthony Gordon is the Gardner Minshew.
Okay.
100%.
Gardner
I don't
Minshew's
like
a
him. I
beast.
didn't like
Where's he
his
go?
combine.
Shea Patterson.
Washington State.
Shea
Wazoo.
Patterson was
Oh,
so
yeah,
bad
no.
at Michigan.
Yeah.
But the
Oh,
Mike
you know who
Leach
I think
air
you know
raid
who I'm
era is
He's
really,
the
over.
Matt Flynn or whatever. Whatever
You know
that
who
guy's
I'm really
name
high
is.
on that I want the Niners to take him, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Cameron Dantzler out of Mississippi State. I really like him.
He's okay.
Like,
I mean, he's not as good as
he's not fast, but he's such a good coverage guy, and that's why he's probably gonna be a second, third round pick. I really like him.
I think the guy that I like more than him is the USC or the not USC UCLA corner Darnay Holmes. I think he's good.
Bruh, you guys are going
Nate.
way in depth that I've not. I don't know.
I
these
didn't do too
Yeah.
much research. I've just like
I'm
there's-
just wondering why you had Pittman going so high.
Yeah, explain that.
I like Pittman a lot. I think he's a good complement to Adams because he can get open and
Wait,
he's
did
like
you
a
guys
big
share
guy that
your-
can go
did
up
you
and
guys
get
share
it.
Your mock draft.
I think
don't know.
he's kinda
I like
slow.
Pittman a lot. He was a 4.5.
Oh yeah,
I mean-
no one took Curtis Weaver in the first round either.
Yeah,
I
the,
was
the
gonna have
end
Curtis
of
Weaver,
Boise
but I
State.
decided
I
not
got
to.
Pittman on here somewhere.
I like him.
Let's see what Pittman's 40 was.
I think it was like 4.55 maybe.
you know who I also was kind of high up on
4.52.
earlier?
4.52.
He's probably gonna go like day 3, but Lavert Hill out of Michigan. I was kind of Nate lagged out again. Okay,
Yeah, well, I
Um,
mean, his picture was so bad.
I know, but I like Lavert Hill out of Michigan. He's probably the best nickelback in the draft.
I haven't
anyone's
seen
looking
anything
for
on
one.
him.
I was high up on him earlier because K'Wan Williams was really struggling at the beginning of the year, but now we
Oh, I
don't
got
really
him
need
for
him.
hot take.
I think I don't know who took him, but I think Nate took Ross Blacklock. Is that
Yeah,
right?
he took him at 31.
I think that a much better pick is Marlon Davidson, just because I mean you can move him inside, and he's already so big that he's the Auburn D end.
All right,
But-
Nate's leaving. I
Yeah,
just took Julian off the
whatever.
stream for the time being when he's gone, but you can continue.
I mean, I think he's a guy who could be an impact playmaker at the end because he's kind of a Calais Campbell type where he played outside, but he's big enough to play inside, so he's kind of versatile in that way.
Yeah.
Anyone else you guys are looking at?
I really haven't done that much research on like the all around guys, but I've really just done research for the Niners because that's what I've like been really good at. I think Julian's joining us again. Yeah, but I feel like there's not too. Mainly like the research I did was mainly on guys from the Niners, so like cornerbacks, receivers. I didn't do that much running back stuff. Not that much quarterback research, but
Like
but I also did
Cam
research on, like,
Akers.
first-round talent.
I mean, for
Florida
wide
State.
Makers, I like
I'd
him a
love to hear
lot.
your opinions on the wide receivers of this class. Like, where do you guys have them ranked? Because
Well-
everyone's kind of different.
Okay, so right now for me, I think probably Judy, CD, Ruggs. I don't necessarily. There's not really a ranking for me because I feel like it could go either way. Like I think Denzel Mims is probably top 5. Yeah, I don't have him going in this draft, first round.
How is that? How is he top
That
5
doesn't
then?
make
Explain that
sense.
to me.
I like
Well,
Hamler a lot.
He's
I
like
think
better
he's
than
great.
all the other guys. That's what I'm like.
Yeah,
That's
KJ, I like Chase Claypool.
Chase
I think he's
Claypool's
super
nice.
underrated.
he's,
He had a crazy combine.
His combine was super.
combine was
I
really
just want
good.
to look up his combine real quick because I think
Yeah,
he
and
had
no
a
one's
pretty-
talking about Tyler Johnson, the Minnesota guy. I like him a
Oh,
lot.
dude, I wondered what happened to that guy. I think he was like a mid first round pick. I saw a lot of mock drafts having
I mean,
going
because
mid
he's
first
what?
round
He's like
before
Chase
combine.
isn't he like
Claypool.
6'3"?
Hey, yo, listen to this. Chase Claypool is 6'4", 238, and ran a 4.4 240. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
That's pretty good.
Man's a
That's
bad
like-
MF.
That's gonna. He's gonna.
I
go
mean,
at
the other
least
thing about here's the thing about like
Second.
40 times that I obviously
Alright, I
like
gotta go to
40
the bathroom.
times
Give me a sec.
boosts so many draft stocks, but I feel like they're never necessarily like they never really define a player from what I'm like because I feel like there's so many guys who are so good that didn't run good 40 times at all. Like, so it's kind of hard to just like rank the receivers because usually there's like ranking like Henry Ruggs. Would you say was he top 3? Would you guys say he was top 3 before he ran that 40? Because I feel like there were a lot of mock drafts that had
I just
Laviska
didn't
over
know
him.
him. I didn't know him very well.
Yeah, exactly.
he ran
That's
the
because
40.
everyone looked at Judy and who's the other guy
Judy.
at Alabama?
Uh,
That he's not getting drafted this year.
I don't know.
Jake, who's the other guy out of Alabama other than Judy and Ruggs probably going to be drafted next year?
Oh, Devontae Smith.
Yeah, Devontae Smith.
That
Everyone
dude's
looked
a
at those
beast.
two guys instead of Ruggs before Ruggs ran that 40. And then once Ruggs ran that 40, his jump stock
What do you guys think
drastically
of?
improved.
Well, like
Ayuk.
if you heard Judy talk, he's like, oh yeah, we had the 3 guys, and it was like I was the route runner, Ruggs was the speed guy,
speedster,
and
yeah.
Smith was the hands, and it's
Yes,
like
that's what. Yeah,
but
that's why I
Smith
think,
also had like 1,600 receiving yards, which is way higher than everyone
I know.
else.
And he's going to be next year, right?
Yeah, I mean next year's pretty stacked too because you've got
Lawrence, Trevor
Jamar
Lawrence.
Chase from LSU, and
Yeah, that's someone who was talking. Someone was talking about that DB.
well, he
like,
won
at
the
LSU,
he
him.
won the Biletnikoff this year.
Yeah, next year's going to be
Yeah.
pretty stacked. But
What do you guys think of Brandon Ayuk out of Arizona State?
I have him going 30th to Green
I-
Bay. I like him.
I
He
just
had a
think
4.5 40. He's pretty good.
Well, the only
I
reason
think
I have him
so,
going
too.
30th over Mims is because like, he's just the better fit. Like I don't have Mims going in first round, which honestly kind of surprises me. But
You're the one that created the freaking mock draft. So
well, I created
Yeah.
my own mock draft. I just did this to get you guys involved, have more people.
I have I had Ayuk high, but I also think that it's tough when you have this many good wide receivers where teams can kind of think, I'm gonna wait. So where he would normally be a mid first rounder in a draft, I think he's gonna be a mid second to late second rounder just because I have that many guys over him.
Yeah.
yep. That makes
All
sense.
right. I think I'm gonna head out.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream right here. Thank you all for coming,
cool.
doing this,
alright.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and then for all my thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Go Niners.